Being together as one, they kept the attitude positive and the team's sights set on getting better every day. Today, against the good Colby team, they continue to lead a Jumbo team that is turning its season around. Before we meet our class of 2021, we'd also like to salute our class of 2020 from last year who missed their senior day due to the canceled season. Some are in attendance today. The Jumbos thank the class of 2020. Accompanied by parents Mary Lou and TJ, John Andre. Please give a warm welcome for Jonah Appo. Accompanied by his mother Tanya, O.J. Armstrong. Accompanied by his father, Paul Campo. Accompanied by his parents, Alicia and Ron, Cam Cardy. Accompanied by his parents, Jill and Butch, and his sibling, Abigail, Brendan Coughlin. Accompanied by his parent David, Dylan Daisy. Accompanied by his parents Jennifer and Patrick, Maddie Juilliard. Accompanied by his parents Linda and Joe, Josh Fallenweider. Accompanied by his parents Jackie and Hank, Tanner Gordon. Accompanied by his parents Ellen and Noel, Kieran Horahan. Accompanied by his mother Tammy, siblings Brooke and Brianna, and his grandparents Paul Doucette, Brandon Jones. Accompanied by his parents Susan and Peter, Will Candianis. Accompanied by his father Maurice and Lydia Pani and his siblings Justin, Hannah, Esther, and Ashley, Jason Nadancy. Accompanied by his mother Natasha and siblings Marcus and Matthias, Jovan Nenadovic. Accompanied by his father Carlton, Jonathan O'Neill. Accompanied by parents Kalechu and Glory Ashton and step-parent Lewis Ashton, Uzochi Aparaji. Accompanied by parents Rick Pedrini and Liz Higgins, step-parent Gina Pedrini, siblings Diane and Maddie, and grandparent Jerry, Mike Pedrini. Accompanied by his mother Joan, Nick Swift. Accompanied by parents Tina and James, and sibling Logan, Ryan Taylor. Accompanied by parents Tamara and Tony, and sibling Emily, Andrew Wright. Accompanied by parents Claire and Chris, Jula Harrington. Accompanied by parents Kiki Davis and Wendell Brooks, Xavier Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for the class of 21-22.
Good luck to both teams, okay? There's a head, tail. That's a tail. Top is one. You want the ball, what goal line you want to defend? Put your arm back over there, Colby come over here. Colby's going to receive the first pass. Give him one more handshake, good luck to you both.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tufts is mourning the loss of Maddie Nickpon, who passed away unexpectedly on October 17. Maddie was a junior majoring in biopsychology and a member of the Jumbo women's lacrosse team. She was a true light for the Tufts campus community, who was genuinely a friend to all. Maddie made time for everyone and cared deeply for people. Her personality was larger than life and brought a constant smile to those around her. Today's game is being played in her memory. At this time, we ask you to please rise as we observe a moment of silence in memory of Maddie Nickpon. Thank you. And now please remain standing as the Tufts Pep Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome here to Ellis Oval, where the 2-5 Tufts Jumbos will be taking on the 3-4 Colby Mules in what will be the last home game of the season for Tufts. This is senior day here at Ellis Oval. We've just seen a ceremony for the Tufts seniors who have been recognized for their outstanding achievements throughout the years, and now we are just about ready for kickoff. I'm Goldstein here alongside Brandon Browse, who will be doing color. Brandon, but before
the under 500 records. For Colby, it's going to come down to the defense. For Tufts, it's going to come down to the run game. We should be in for a good one today, Noah.
As that is booted away, and the Mules will take it. And his return there, a return across the 25 and brought down just about there for the Colby Mules on the return, and the Tufts defense will go on the field. Colby's an interesting team, Brandon. We talked about this earlier. They do not score much. They only average about 11 points per game this season. In last week's game, they had a 10-2 win. This week, we'll see if they can get moving on offense as quarterback Matt Hirsch is in shotgun to begin here with Devin Morocco, the back to his right. Hirsch will take the snap. Sorry, that's Keon Smart with the run, was the running back, and he
2.2 yards per rush, and it's an interesting phenomenon when you think about this Mules team because they have about the same amount of time of possession on average as their opponents in every game that they've played, yet they don't run the ball with a great efficiency, and they don't score a lot of points. So it's interesting to see how this Mules offense operates, and it'll be interesting to see how they do so against a pretty stout Tufts defense today.
Surely. We'll have a 2nd and 7 coming up here. Keon Smart getting some early looks at running back. Usually Devin Morocco is their main guy in the backfield, but Smart has 59 carries so far this year. He's been the more of explosive of the two backs, averaging 3.5 yards per carry. Matt Hirsch will take the snap. He handles a tough one, and he's blitzed. He evades the first rush. He rolls out to his right. Hirsch looking to fire downfield, fires, and that is going to be incomplete. looking for Matt Panker along the sideline. Wasn't able to corral it. Great pressure there from linebacker Spencer Allgood. Almost able to get to Matt Hirsch. Hirsch able to scramble out of the pocket, throw it, and almost complete the pass. But it's incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Mules.
Yeah, no, Allgood came in unblocked, and it was a great job there, actually, to avoid the pressure and get the pass off. It could have been a loss of about 5 or 6. Instead, they just are able to get it to 3rd down and 7, and they have a chance now with 3rd and manageable.
Yep, and Hirsch will be back in the shotgun again. 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left. 3rd and 7, we'll see what the Jumbos do here. They may bring pressure like they did on that last snap. Hirsch takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking to fire. He's got pressure. He throws across the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Sawyer. Jack Sawyer was the intended target there. Incomplete. And just 3 yards on that possession. A quick 3 and out for the Mules. And they will punt it away.
Yeah, great stand there by Tufts. They brought the pressure again. Hirsch was able to avoid it and deliver a strike. However, it was in double coverage. Good play by the Tufts defense. Holding strong on the opening possession.
Yeah, that throw was a little bit behind Jack Sawyer. Regardless, very good coverage, and the Jumbos get just what they wanted to with a 3 and out on that first possession. As Salea to punt it away. He kicks it high and deep. It's going to be caught at about the 35 and wrestled down immediately for the Jumbos was the return man, number 12, Andrew Weasley.
Yeah, great play there by Mark Doherty on Colby. He was able to wrestle him down immediately after receiving the kickoff, or excuse me, the punt. Avoided about a 5-yard gain for Tufts. But every yard matters, Noah.
So the Jumbos will be coming out to the field on the field now. Cam Carty is out to play quarterback for the first snap. We've seen a lot of Michael Berluti, but Carty's out there this time. Cam Carty's a senior, and this is his first action. Here he goes. He takes the snap. Mike Pedrini hands it to Pedrini. Pedrini goes up the middle for a couple. Not much going on there. Pedrini picks up 2. So a little bit of a shock to see Cam Carty out as the quarterback for the Jumbos in this one.
Yeah, it is. Probably getting a drive in on senior day. Very, very nice job there done by Jay Savetti, although Colby probably saw the run coming with the new quarterback in.
Yeah, Cam Carty has done his time on the bench. He's getting a chance to start here on senior day. Very special as Pedrini takes the run, and he's got some room. Rumbles for a first down to about the 48-yard line. Nice run right up the gut out of shotgun formation for Mike Pedrini, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, it was great blocking there by the Tufts offensive line. They left a hole right up the middle for Pedrini.
Cam Carty again in shotgun. He's going to take the snap, and it looks like there was movement up front. That's probably going to be a false start on the offensive line for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it will be. No, it was a nice job for them to keep the up-tempo or keep an up-tempo pace. However, the Tufts offensive line got a little bit ahead. We'll see who exactly it was on. But it'll send them back 5 yards, 1st and 15.
The officials were confident. There were 2 yellow flags on the field.
Yeah, there were.
And they're moving back 5 yards, so that's going to be a false start. So 1st and 15 here for the Jumbos on their own 43.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 15.
2 very similar plays, and it looks like that one was going to be a similar one too, Brandon, of the shotgun run to Mike Pedrini.
We also saw that on the first down play for Colby, so might see a lot of those plays today.
Looks like it. Cam Carty again in the gun. He'll take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Pedrini. Pedrini looking to make some room, spins out of a tackle, keeps his feet moving, and he's going to be up to the 50 for a 7-yard gain. Really nice second effort there by Mike Pedrini.
Yeah, I mean, it was great physical running. He looked like he was running downhill on that one, was able to keep his legs moving, as you said, bounce off a few defenders, gain a 7 there. Great first down play to get some of those yards back. Now it's 2nd and 8 with 2 more plays to go.
Cam Carty looking to the sideline for some play. He's going to be in the shotgun again. Pedrini, the back to his right. 2 receivers out wide right. 3 receivers out wide right. Takes the snap, fires out wide, quick to Phil Lutz. Lutz has a little bit of room, and he runs out of bounds after a game of about 4. Phil Lutz has had an awesome season for the Jumbos so far. He's got 795 receiving yards, within 200 of the Tufts single-season record set by Frank Roach in 2019.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been the safety net for Tufts this year. Whenever they need a big play, they've gone to him. That throw, by the way, Carty let him a little bit outside. You'd like to see that throw go a little more inside into his body as opposed to having Lutz reach out behind him. Probably lost a yard or 2, but still nice play good to see Cardi get on the score sheet.
So it's a 3rd and 5 here. Cam Cardi drops back to pass. Mike Pedrini with a catch, and he's upended at the 45-yard line after a gain of maybe 2. So it'll be a 4th and 3 for the Jumbos at the Mules 45, and they are showing no hesitation. They're going to go for this one, and Michael Berluti's in the game. So Berluti, the quarterback, in for this snap. They're in shotgun. Now it looks like he may drop back for a short punt. He's way back, and he's going to punt it. That's an interesting play right there. Berluti's punt keeps bouncing, and that's a Mules bounce into the end zone. So the Jumbos tried to do a little trickery there. Drop back for the short punt. We've seen in the NFL a couple of times with the likes of Ben Roethlisberger. Now Michael Berluti at Tufts attempts it. It was a good attempt. He put a good punt in play, but it just rolled from the 15 into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, and the Mules will start their next possession at the 20.
Yeah, that was a great play going back to the 3rd down, the 3rd and 4 play. It was a great job there by Joshua East of the Mules. He read the play the entire time, saw Pedrini coming out of the backfield, and was able to upend him for a gain of about 1 or 2. That's actually, by the way, Noah, the 3rd punt that we've seen from Berluti this season. So a little bit of trickery there. Worked out for Colby as they get at the 20, but a nice job there from Berluti and the Tufts coaching staff.
Hirsch takes the snap, and this is a little cross-formation toss to Sawyer. Sawyer is wrestled down and tackled. A good tackle made there by Matty Drouillard, the senior linebacker. Matty Drouillard had a nice game last week, adding on to what's been a really nice season for him. 2nd in the team in tackles, along with 4 sacks and 11 tackles for a loss. That one is going to go for no gain.
Could have been a loss there, Noah.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of the play we've seen kind of take over the NFL, and the quarterbacks love it because it's a forward pass. So it counts on their stat sheet as well. The Jumbos had it read from the get-go, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Hirsch takes the snap, and he hands it off to Smart. Smart rumbling for nothing there, and he's going to lose 1 or 2. Great penetration there by the Jumbo defensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 2 running plays, and Tufts snuffed it out from the get-go both times, and we've seen this from Colby. They try to run the ball, try to take some time off the clock, control the time of possession, and the run game just doesn't go anywhere a lot of the time, They're marking the ball back at the 20-yard line. Definitely could have been a loss of 2. It could be at the 16-yard line with those 2 plays. But great job by Tufts, not being fooled by either play, and we'll see if they can hold on this 3rd down.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 11 after that stop from Operaji and Haley with the penetration, and Matt Hirsch is going to be back in the gun. Morocco, the back to his right. Hirsch is going to take a snap. He's dropping back. Not much pressure. He steps up in the pocket. He's looking to run. Shakes one man, and he's brought down after a gain of 2. Jovan Nanatovic with the tackle there, and the Mules will again be punting. 6 plays, 2 3-and-outs, and the Jumbo's defense has looked great so far.
Absolutely, no. That play is what you would call a coverage sack. Hirsch had time. The Colby offensive line held up, but in the end, that's going to go down as a sack just because of how good the coverage was downfield. Nobody was open. Hirsch had to try and tuck it and run, and by that point, Nanatovic was able to get free and make the play.
He was, and the punt is going to be from Saleh again. This one is a wobbler, going to be caught and muffed at about the 50-yard line, but able to fall on top of it there was Weasley. Sorry, that's Andre Smith returning the punts. I apologize. A number change there. Andre Smith able to get on that punt.
Yeah, he looked a little questionable going in. It was a wobbly punt. It was shorter. He had to run in. Looked like he wasn't sure if he wanted to catch it or not. In the end, reached for it, was hesitant for it, and was able to fall on it. And Tufts keeps possession.
Yes, it was a wobbly kick, and it was the right decision by Smith there to field it. As Berluti's the quarterback now, and he hands to Pedrini. Pedrini running out wide to his right, stumbles forward for a gain of maybe 1. So Cam Cardi got the first drive, was able to take the Jumbos into Colby territory before they punted, and Michael Berluti back. Berluti is 2nd in the NESCAC in yards per game. He obviously did not start the season as quarterback. He was the 3rd stringer to start this season for the Jumbos. After 2 injuries at quarterback, Michael Berluti, the freshman, has had a lot of playing time, and he's played well. So we have a 2nd and 9 here at the Mules 49. Berluti in the gun. Takes the snap, hands to Pedrini. Pedrini up the middle. He gains 3 before he's wrestled down at the Mules 46-yard line.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying about Berluti, Noah, if you told this Tufts coaching staff at the beginning of the year that they have 2 games left. Both their starting and their backup quarterback would be out, and they'd be relying on the freshman Berluti to win them games. I think they would have been a little scared, but Berluti has ensured confidence in them. He's been playing very well, as you said, second in the NESCAC in yards per game, and he's led them to 2 straight wins.
Now he's alone in the backfield here for this snap, and he's going to fire out wide quick to Lutz. Lutz looking to make a man miss. He shakes. He's got a first down and more. Phil Lutz is running, and he's taken down to the 25-yard line. A good gain of 20 yards there from Phil Lutz. You saw the speed and explosion.
Absolutely. It's what I was saying earlier now. He's their safety net. Whenever they need a big play, they go to him. He's able to make a few guys miss. Big first down, and now they're in field goal range. We'll see if they can capitalize going from the 25 now.
Berluti with no one in the backfield again. 3 receivers out wide to the right, 2 to the left. Berluti takes a snap, and the same play to Lutz. Lutz again shakes. This time gains 5 before he's taken down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, interesting there that they went back to the same play, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's the 3rd time we've seen a little screen out to Phil Lutz. They are clearly feeding him the ball early, and why wouldn't you? Lutz averaging 113 yards per game from the receiver position.
And it's nice, though, if you can get the ball to Lutz, even at the line of scrimmage, his elusiveness will get you a few yards. And now in 2nd and 6 and 2nd and mid, you can give the ball to Pedrini, get a few yards, make it 3rd and manageable.
Pedrini is in the backfield for this one. 3 receivers out wide to the left. The snap is taken by Berluti, and he fires out wide. Same play to the left side. Lutz has it, makes a man miss. Lutz, first down and more. And he's going to be taken out inside the 10-yard line at the 9. So Phil Lutz, 4 receptions already. We're only 9 minutes into this game. That one goes for a first down, and the Jumbos are moving.
Yep, it'll be 1st and goal from about the 9. Colby defense, they've given up 26 trips to the red zone. 12 of those 26 attempts have resulted in points for the other team. All 12 have come on touchdowns. So they're very much a hit-or-miss team when it comes to defense in the red zone. We'll see if Tufts can punch it in here.
Berluti's in the gun. Pedrini to his right. He takes the snap, fakes the pitch, and he's going to take it himself. A little screen option out wide, and he will be taken down at the 5. Sorry, it was a little speed option out wide. Mike Berluti had the opportunity to pitch it back to Mike Pedrini, took it himself, and able to pick up 4 there. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it was a nice little decision there, or a nice little play there from the Jumbos. They were able to get a few yards, make it 2nd and manageable now at the 5. It was a good decision by Berluti to keep it. He saw a hole, saw some daylight, took a big hit, but got down to the 5-yard line.
Berluti in the gun now. A back to his left and a back to his right. He takes the snap. Backs flare out wide, and he throws across the middle, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. Touchdown catch made by Billy Dunn, and the Jumbos are on the board. A little slant route there. Billy Dunn was there. He catches it, and Michael Berluti fires another touchdown.
You know, no, despite being 4th on the team in receptions, Billy Dunn leads the team in touchdowns. That's now his 6th. The next best has 4. And they look to target him in the end zone. They show exactly why. He was able, or right there, they showed exactly why. He was able to get some separation, just came in on a quick slant route, and was able to catch it for the score.
And the extra point is good from Sal Lococo. And the Jumbos are up 7-0.
It's a great start now for Tufts. You would love to have seen them score on the first drive, on the first offensive drive of the game. But you know what? They got Cam Carty some looks. They've held Colby to 6 plays and 2 punts. And they just went down and were able to score on a really, really nice-looking drive. They ran the ball with effectiveness. They threw the ball. Phil Lutz picked up most of the yards. But they were able to do whatever they wanted to on that drive. And it ends up in 7 points. You can't ask for anything more from that drive from the Jumbos.
You're right, Brandon. Just a great drive. Dominant all the way through. Pedrini, good hard running. And Phil Lutz's explosiveness propels them to the red zone. Berluti takes it from there with that 5-yard touchdown pass to Billy Dunn. And the Jumbos ready to kick it away. Sal Lococo back to kick it.
And if you're Colby, you really have to be wary of the momentum swings right now. Tufts has all the momentum. The defense has been all over Colby's offense. Their offense has been able to do whatever they wanted. You really have to put points on the board. If you're Colby, even if you don't do that, you have to be able to get a first down. You cannot go 3 possessions without getting a first down. The momentum goes all the way back to Tufts. You'll punt it away. Colby's got to do something here on offense.
You are right, as Lococo boots that through the back of the end zone. So the Mules will start this drive from their 25-yard line. Matt Hirsch has had a nice season for the Mules and a nice career there now a senior. He's one of the most prolific passers in the NESCAC. He's also able to make something happen with his feet. I'd look to see if they do something like that this drive. Hirsch drops back to pass. He's looking, got a little bit of time, fires out wide, and that's going to be caught near a first down by Devin Morocco, the back.
Yeah, they get Morocco in the mix. They had the matchup of him on the linebacker. They were able to get him out of the backfield, get a nice gain of 8, and that's exactly what Colby needed to start the drive.
You're right. That's a great start to a drive. It'll be a 2nd and 2 for the Mules. Devin Morocco, nice catch out of the backfield there. So the Mules come up again in shotgun. Morocco still the back to Hirsch's left. Hirsch will take the snap and he hands to Morocco. Morocco looking for pay dirt, and he will surge forward for a first down. Good second effort there, just enough for the first down. They're out to the 36.
Yeah, that was a good run. You can see them they're getting Morocco involved in the offense, and it's paying dividends right now immediately. That was a great push there from the Colby offensive line. It looked like Morocco was stood up maybe after a gain of 1, but the entire offensive line kept their legs moving, kept pushing the pile, and they were able to get an extra few yards, get the first down. And now 36.
Yeah, so the Mule, as Brandon said, the Mules will start this at the 36 right here. Hirsch again in the backfield. 2 receivers in the tight end to his right, 1 to his left. He drops back to pass, and he's got a free rusher, and he is wrestled down
The ball is loose.
quickly, and the ball's out. The ball was out after this sack from Shane Reiner with a sack. I think they're going to say Hirsch was down. Shane Reiner came through untouched and was able to wrestle Matt Hirsch right down to the turf for a quick sack and removing all forward momentum the Jumbos had.
Yeah, Shane Reiner came in. We saw that type of blitz earlier on. Last time it was Spencer Oligood who came in untouched. This time it was Reiner who came in unblocked and was able to almost force the fumble. It looked to me like the ball was out, might have been down. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. But now 2nd and 24, a tough task for Colby to pick up this first down.
Hirsch is back to take the snap. He's looking to pass again, and he is going to be brought down again. This time it's Jovan Nenadovich, the senior. Nenadovich has had a great career at Tufts. He was a preseason All-American and shows why there. Pressure off the edge, and he brings down Hirsch, and this will be 3rd and forever.
Yeah, that was a great job by Tufts. They were just able to get pressure. The Colby offensive line has to do a better job. You have to give Hirsch more time, especially on 2nd and 24 when it's so crucial to move the ball forward. You cannot give up a sack that quickly. And now, as you said, 3rd and forever, and if you're Colby, you just have to get some room to give yourself a little breathing room on defense.
3rd and 32 to be exact. Hirsch back in the shotgun. You have to imagine he'd run it here, and they do. Morocco's the ball carrier, and he's going to get a couple before he's taken down at about the 22-yard line. So what started out as a really good possession for the Mules started to go very poorly.
Yeah, pretty much immediately. It was 2 sacks by Tufts, and you've seen the reinvigorated line so far today. They've been able to get pressure. Nenadovich already has 2 sacks. They've been able to tackle Colby behind the line of scrimmage a few times. It's been a really, really nice effort, really solid effort so far from this Tufts front 7. And they're getting the ball back now. We'll see if they can do something more on offense.
I think there's definitely something to be said for the momentum that this Tufts crew is feeling. Start of the season 0-5, have won their last 2, as this ball is punted away by Salaya, and a fair catch will be called and taken by Andre Smith at the 48. So the Jumbos, 0-5 to begin the season, have won their last 2, including an emotional overtime win last week, and senior day today, so emotions are running high, and the Jumbos looking to take the Mules out of this one early.
Well, especially looking at it with the short season that these NESCAC teams have, if you had said they're 2-5, obviously these Tufts players is not what they wanted. However, it's so easy when you're 0-5 to fold it in at least a little bit, to just say, all right, the season's a little bit lost, we'll focus on next year. But what do? They won 2 games in a row. They're looking great today. They're trying to end the season on a high note, and it seems like they're doing it for the seniors today.
Berluti again in the gun. Johnson's the back to his left this time, and Johnson will take it. Johnson, he finds a seam, and he runs for about 5 yards up to the 46 of Colby. Had a little seam there. The second level crashed on him, but a good first down carry by Tyler Johnson, able to pick up 5.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit more room for the Tufts backs than the Colby backs. Tufts averaging 3.8 yards per rush. A solid amount here, just moving the ball forward throughout the different games that they've played. Colby, as we mentioned earlier, 2.2. They haven't been able to do anything on the ground. And that's been a big difference so far in this one.
Snap will be taken by Berluti, and he hands Padrini this time, and a good tackle made there by the Mules, not allowing him to get a first down, and a little extracurricular activities maybe. Mike Padrini's shoe comes off, and it'll be a 3rd and 2 here at the Colby 43-yard line.
Tyler Johnson's shoe came off the play before. I think the Colby defense might be reaching for the shoes.
It was a good stop there as Padrini tried to lunge forward. Didn't catch the number of the Colby linebacker who made the tackle, but a good stop, and it'll be a 3rd and 2.
I'm looking for a run up the middle here from Tufts. Colby's has shown that they cannot stop it on short yards to gain.
Bit of a jumbo package here for the Jumbos, and the run is to Johnson. Johnson surges forward, and he has the first easily to the Mules 38-yard line.
Yeah,
good
it was
push there by the Jumbo offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, until the Colby front can show that they can stop that run up the middle, Tufts they're going to, and they should keep doing it. Whether it's Ty Johnson or whether it's Mike Padrini, it's been working. They've picked up more than 4 yards on each of the past 3 runs to start the drive, and now looks like a timeout coming. Oh, excuse me, end of the first quarter.
Yeah, the Jumbos have a veteran offensive line, as it is senior day today. We'll recognize Kieran Horahan, Nick Swift, and Dylan Daisy, all seniors along the offensive line. Veteran presence is certainly important on any team, and especially a team that has a young quarterback like Michael Berluti playing. So far, so good for this Jumbo offensive line today.
Yeah, and still so much confidence in guys like Berluti, even in seniors like Padrini. You know, they've grown up with each other. They've been playing for 4 years. Padrini knows that there's going to be holes for him created by this offensive line. And it's been a great job in the trenches on both sides of the ball from Tufts, and that was the main difference in that first quarter.
So the Jumbos with about as good of a first quarter as they could hope for, as they now have the ball in Mules territory to start this second quarter with a 7-0 lead. So far, everything's kind of going right for the Jumbos, and everything is kind of going wrong for the Mules.
Yeah, the quick bright spot that Colby had was erased pretty much immediately after those 2 sacks. The first one going for a loss of 14. But if you're Colby, you got to step up on defense. You cannot let the run up the middle continue to hurt you. You know that they're lining up in shotgun. You know that on most first downs they're going to go with the run or a little screenplay. You have to be ready for that.
Berluti in the gun now with Tyler Johnson the back to his right. First down here. Berluti drops back to pass. He's got time. Fires deep. Looking for Dunn. Dunn is interfered with, and that's going to be a pass interference in the end zone. It's college, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty, not the NFL on the 1. A pretty clear pass interference there as Berluti airmailed that one a little, put a little bit more air than he likely wanted to on that ball to Billy Dunn. Nonetheless, results in a pass interference, and it'll be a Jumbo first down.
So Billy Dunn, who we touched on earlier for having all his touchdowns, they target in the end zone a lot, and you can see that again there. But Berluti, he had Dunn. Dunn had a little bit of separation. Berluti saw it a little late, didn't get as much air into the ball as he wanted it to. Thankfully, it led to the pass interference because the ball was a little behind him. Dunn stopped to get the ball. The defender ran into him. So it worked down the end. But Berluti, he's a freshman. It'll take some time to realize that. But Dunn had the defender. He had a few steps on him. And it worked out in a gain of 15. But could have been a touchdown for Tufts.
Smart play as well by Billy Dunn to jump back into the ball to draw that penalty. As Berluti with an empty backfield takes the snap, going to fire out wide to Lutz. Lutz has a little bit of room. He jumps over a man, and he's going to pick up a couple. Exciting play by the acrobatic Phil Lutz. Jumping over a defender there on that little screen. He came across from the left side to the right, caught the ball in motion, and able to run for a couple.
Yeah, he's quite the athletic playmaker. You've seen that on little screens. Now his 5th one of the day already. He's been able to make guys miss with quick cuts back and forth, jumping over a guy right there. He's been doing it all for Tufts, and he's been moving the ball. Gain of 7 there.
Berluti again in the gun. 2nd and 3 here on the Mules 16. Tyler Johnson the back to his right. And it's going to be a little pitch out wide to Johnson. Johnson's got some room. Johnson forward. There's going to be a flag thrown. But at current. The Jumbos are out to the Mules 7-yard line on a good first down carry from Tyler Johnson. It looks like the referees are going to signal for a hold here.
I believe so, Noah. It looks like on the right side of the ball. Yeah, it is going to be a holding. That's too bad for Tufts because I believe the ref reached for the flag after Johnson has made his initial break and got the first down. That being said, it's still an infraction and will cost the Jumbo some yardage there, but a nice run, another nice run there from Tufts. They're showing a lot of creativity, doing a lot of screen plays, doing some options, throwing the ball over the middle. Really, if you're Colby, you have to be on guard for everything. They're throwing all the bag of tricks, and you have to stay on your feet.
Yeah, Billy Dunn there was the one on the penalty, and the Jumbos are on the 21 of the Mules now as Berludi's going to throw quickly to Tyler Johnson. Johnson, not much there, able to make the most of it, and he surges across the 20, and that will bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Jumbos, it looks like.
I don't know if he got any yards on that one, Noah. Really good job by the Colby defense converging at the ball carrier or the ball catcher. He slowed down. Tyler Johnson was slowed down in the backfield, and they were able to get him at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Big play there, and an even bigger play upcoming here for Colby.
So Berludi is back for this 3rd and 8 at the Mules 21. Berludi takes the snap. He drops back. He's got pressure. He fires. Looks like a miscommunication there, trying to find Jackson Butler over his head. Butler wasn't really looking for it. Falls to the ground innocently, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 8. But interestingly, it does not look like the special teams is going to come out for the Jumbos. Berludi stays on the field with the offense.
Yeah, no, that was an interesting play. Colby knew the pass was coming, and Berludi just airmailed it a little bit too high. It was a little too high for Saunders on that one. Interesting call here to stay on the field. Not a ton of trust in the field goal kicking unit, and it's 4th and 8, trying to put the pedal to the metal here, trying to get some more points.
Berludi takes a snap. He fakes the give. Chop block by Ty Johnson. That's thrown to the back of the end zone. Incomplete, but there's going to be another flag. He was looking for Jackson Butler there, who had some separation. Looked like he was hit in the end zone. That's going to be another pass interference. What a block there by Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, it was a great block, and I apologize. I said Saunders, meant Butler. And that went to Butler again, 2 straight plays on 3rd and 4th down. So, they're going to him. They're giving the ball to a lot of different places. They're going to Dunn in the end zone. They're going to Lutz a lot. And now Butler's become another big target for them this season. And Butler almost got to that ball. He got hit in the knee when diving for that ball, so he couldn't get to it exactly. But he made a great effort, almost got there. Would have been an acrobatic catch. But nonetheless, Tufts is at the 10, or excuse me, at the 11. And it's a new set of downs.
Tufts is bringing in a big package on this play, so maybe they're going to run the football. Subbed out some receivers for some tight ends as Josh Merriweather came into the game. Berludi's in the gun here. Johnson to his left, in motion. And Berludi takes it himself. Not much going there. In motion across the formation was Phil Lutz. Looks like they were going to give it to him. Faked it. Berludi took it himself. Not much there. And they'll say a gain of 1. So it'll be a 2nd and 9 from the Mules, 10 for the Jumbos here. Yeah,
based on Tufts play calling, if you're the Colby defense, the ball could have gone to Lutz. The ball could have gone to Tyler Johnson, but instead Berludi stuck it up the middle. Great job not being fooled by that Colby front.
Great anticipation there, for sure. As Berludi on the 2nd and 9 in the gun. And this time he does give to Johnson. Johnson has some room. Johnson running forward, surges for the end zone, and he's going to be brought down just short at the 1-yard line. And the Jumbos come up to the line quickly. They're in shotgun. Mules trying to make some subs. And I believe they're going to take a timeout there.
Yeah, they are now. I like that decision from Tufts to speed it up, go right back to the line of scrimmage. If Colby doesn't call a timeout, great. They'll run it again, most likely get into the end zone. And Colby did call the timeout, the smart move there from head coach Jack Cosgrove. But if you're Tufts, it's a great run. It's exactly where you want to be right now, forcing Colby to take a timeout, most likely about to go up 14-0, but you cannot get ahead of yourself. You have to punch it in here inside the 1, most likely 4 down territory. So if you don't get this, you have another play to work with. Most likely just going to run the ball up the middle twice here, try and pound it in, get inside the trenches, make something happen if you're the offensive line. And they've been doing it all day, so there's nothing to say that they won't here.
Yeah, so actually the Jumbos not only can score a touchdown here, they can also get a first down. Johnson was short of the sticks on that one as well, so it'll be a 3rd and 1 on the 2. They need the 1 for the first down.
Right now, it's a good point because now they only need 1 yard to get a new set of downs. So they essentially have up to 6 plays here on the goal line or near the goal line.
And a good decision there by Coach Savetti and the Jumbos to go up to the line quickly and force the Mules to take a timeout as Berluti goes out wide, and the snap's going to go straight to Tyler Johnson. Johnson stumbles forward. I'm not sure if he gained any yards there. They brought Berluti out wide to the left. Tyler Johnson took the Wildcat snap with Mike Pedrini to his right. And this is going to be a 4th and 1 at the 2, so no gain there.
We'll see what they do here. And if you're Tufts, I like the creativity, but what's been working all game is running the ball right up the middle. You know, if you're Berluti in the snap, maybe do some type of option, maybe just give it up the middle. But they got a little too cute, got a little too creative. Colby saw it coming, and there was no gain, and now a big 4th down play and a big opportunity for the Colby Mules to get some momentum with a stop here.
Berluti's in the gun, and another Mules timeout. They really want to think about this one. Mike Pedrini came off the field on that 4th down, which I thought was an interesting decision for Tyler Johnson. Johnson's been great. Pedrini obviously very powerful. Would have thought that maybe he'd be the back. They decided they wanted to try and punch it in.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw on the other sideline, Noah. Jack Cosgrove, the Mules head coach, was irate about something where the Colby probably wasn't getting the switches that they wanted to. Either way, this is a huge, huge play for both of these teams. For Tufts, you get a first down. Obviously, the ideal is you get it in the end zone. But you get a first down or a touchdown. You keep the momentum. You probably go up 2 scores. If you're Colby, this is a big opportunity here to stop the bleeding. It's 7-0 right now. This game is very much not out of hand. A big stand right here. Give them momentum. Get them back in this game. And even if they don't put up points on the next drive, it at least keeps them in the game for a little longer.
For sure, Brandon. This is a big 4th and 1 for both sides. It could really change the course of this game if the Jumbos are unable to convert, as they will go out with Berluti and Johnson.
No Pedrini again.
Here, no Pedrini. Looks like they're going to be in a jumbo set. No receivers out wide.
You'd expect a run here. The question is, do they do an option? Do they do a pitch? What are they going to run up the middle? What's the play call here?
Jackson Butler motions across the formation and then back, and Berluti is going to throw. Berluti firing, tipped, and it's going to fall to the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, again, no, I don't understand the play call there. You know, I guess Colby is expecting the run, but what have you done not only today but in the past few games that's given you success more than anything else is run the ball. The offensive line, the Tufts offensive line has been dominating the Colby defensive line. But a few plays that have gone for no gain, but on 4th and 1, why not just show? Why not flex your muscles and run it up the middle, try and get the yardage, which they had been doing all game long. Instead, they get too cute with it again, 2 plays in a row. It's incomplete. And the Tufts offense comes out empty-handed after what looked like a very promising drive.
Yeah, Brandon, I agree with you. I love that play call on 3rd down. That's not a 4th down play to me.
Agreed.
But the Mules will start this possession at their own 2-yard line. The snap will be taken by Hirsch. She gives it up to Smart. Smart able to go forward a little. Sorry, that's not Smart. That's a different Mule, and it's going to be a gain of 2 to the 5-yard line. Rio with the stop for the Jumbos, and it was Genghis on the carry for the Mules on that one.
Yeah, if you're Colby, just try and get yourself a little bit of breathing room here, and they do that, going from the 2 now to the 5-yard line.
So 2nd and 7 for the Mules at their 5. Hirsch again in the shotgun, running back to his right, 2 receivers out wide. And the give again is to Genghis. Genghis spins out of a tackle in the backfield, able to surge forward for 2. Really nicely done there by Donovan Genghis. He was wrapped up on his own 2-yard line and able to somehow make it forward for a positive gain.
Yeah, one of the toughest positions, not only for an entire offense, but especially for the running back, is being backed up near your own end zone. The defense knows the run's coming. The offense knows that the defense knows the run coming, and it's just a competition of who can do it better. Can the defense stop the run? Can the offense keep the run going? And Ganges with a nice job getting 2 positive yards and setting up a 3rd and manageable here at their own 7.
Now Devin Morocco's the back. 3rd and 5 here for the Mules from their own 7. Hirsch takes the snap. He drops back, looking to pass. Fires deep, looking for Sawyer. And it is bobbled and incomplete. Great coverage there by Brandon Jones for the Jumbos. The pass was intended for Jack Sawyer, the freshman receiver. He got one hand on it, but great coverage by Jones to knock it away. And the Mules will once again be punting.
Yeah, you could see Hirsch looking at that route from the get-go of the snap of the play. He saw the one-on-one coverage, thought that they could target Brandon Jones, and they did just that. It was a good play, a good throw, good route run by Sawyer. Brandon Jones got a hand in there to make the play. All around a good play, good throw, good pressure. But in the end, it falls to the ground, incomplete, and Tufts getting the ball back.
Salea back to punt in his own end zone. He hits it. It's a wobbly one and short. Andre Smith catches it, and he has a tackler around his feet, but he escapes. He's out to the 35, and he's going to be wrestled down there by the Mules. Wow, I don't know how Andre Smith got out of that first tackle. He somehow did, and the Jumbos will start this drive in excellent field position at the Mules' 35-yard line.
Yeah, they will, and it was a great job by the Colby defense to make a stop on the last possession. Obviously, you would like to get a first down. You'd like to give yourself a little more breathing room. Do a little better in the field possession battle, which they have been losing by a lot so far in this one. Tufts has had fantastic starting field position. Colby has not, but it's now on for another big stop here, another big opportunity for a stop here for Colby. The defense is probably tired. Let's see if they can show some heart and bring something here.
Pedrini's the back to Berludi's right. Big formation here for the Jumbos, and the give is to Pedrini. Pedrini, nowhere to go, and he gains about 1. Good pressure there from the Colby defensive line.
Yeah, I think the Colby defensive line might have heard me when I said they need to show that they can stop the run, because they've done just that. Those gaps that were up the middle in the first few drives for Tufts have suddenly shrunken up. Colby doing a nice job protecting that area, and that's exactly what you have to do if you're going to win a football game, especially the way Colby wins football games, allowing just 7 points per on average, just 7 points to their opponents in games that they've won. Tufts is already at that. We'll see if the defense can continue to put the clamps on.
So 2 backs in the backfield here for Berludi. He takes the snap. They flare out wide. He's going to take it himself up the middle and able to gain a couple before he is wrestled down by the Mules front. And that'll bring up a 3rd and medium for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and you can see the momentum that stop on the previous drive had on Colby. We'll see the 3rd down play here.
Berludi rolls out to his right. He's going to fire, and it is caught. A nice throw there by Michael Berludi, and able to bring it in for the Jumbos was number 81, Cade Moore.
I don't know if he got the first down, though. That's the big question right now. And he didn't.
He did not get the first down. Apologies there. So it's going to be a 4th and inches here. Maybe 1. 4th and maybe 1 at the 26 of the Mules. And the Jumbos, no hesitation. They're going to go for this one. Berludi again in the gun. Ty Johnson, the back to his left. Berludi going to pitch it out wide to Johnson. Johnson able to get the first down. Tyler Johnson leaped forward, able to cross the 25, and that is a Jumbo first down. Really big pickup there for the Jumbos.
So you see another play where Tufts needed to get a yard. They had it on 3rd down and then 4th down on the last drive. And the last 2 times they did something cute with it. This time they just get the ball into the hands of their running backs. All he needed was a yard or 2. He picked up 2 or 3. Good job there by Tyler Johnson just to lunge forward. Good job by the offensive line, and a good job by Jay Savetti and his coaching staff making the right call on that 4th down.
So Berludi now with a first down at the 24 of the Mules. He takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass. He's got some time, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to throw to Tyler Johnson. Johnson has some room along the sideline. He makes it, and a heroic leap over the Mules defense. He's going to be down at the 6. What a job done there by Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, Berludi looked like he was going to run. He had some room. Maybe he could have gotten about 5 yards before a slide. But instead, he saw Tyler Johnson coming out of the backfield. Tyler Johnson made a nice catch, a nice run up the sideline, and then completely leaped his defender.
Berludi takes a snap now. The give is to Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson going forward. He's pushing, and he's going to be down inside the 2-yard line. Down to the 1, it looks like, and it will be a 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Jumbos, who come right up to the line. Again in the shotgun, 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right, and a timeout will be taken by the Mules. That's their last timeout of the first half. All have been used inside their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, and once again, an irate Jack Cosgrove calling for the timeout. And if you're Colby, obviously it's important to protect this area of the field. You did it once before, and you want to be able to make a stand inside the 5-yard line if you're Colby. However, you don't want to burn all your timeouts. You're now left in a position with a little under 7 minutes left in the half. You've put up 0 points. You have 1 first down. You can't get anything going on offense, and you want to have some timeouts in your back pocket just to keep things at bay, at least if you're in both offense and defensive situations, to have been able to call those maybe with a last 2-minute drive going on late in the first half. You just want to have those in your back pocket, but instead they use them all in this situation. Certainly not ideal for the Mules.
So it'll be a 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Jumbos when they come back from this timeout. Every snap so far, Brandon, from the Jumbos, we've seen from the shotgun formation. I'd love to see them go right under here in an I formation and power it right up the middle for that touchdown. It does look like they'll go back to the shotgun, though, here.
I do like the idea of just showing your power and going right up the middle. But if it's working, why change it?
You are 100% right. So 2nd and goal. Berluti takes the snap. He gives to Johnson. Johnson forward into the end zone, and that's a Jumbo touchdown. Tyler Johnson able to power it in from 1 yard out, and the Jumbos with a 2-touchdown lead on the Mules as a flag goes flying in the end zone. I'm going to imagine that's going to be after the play.
I believe so. Yeah, there will be a flag after the play, most likely an unsportsmanlike conduct on one side or the other. But a great job there by Tyler Johnson. Just saw a little bit of daylight. All he needed was a little bit of a push. The offensive line gave it to him. He's able to power his way into the end zone.
So Nick Swift got a little chippy after the play, getting a late hit for the Jumbos after the touchdown. But the touchdown stands, and the extra point here from Lococo trying to put the Jumbos up 14-0. The snap, Andre puts it down, and the kick from Coco is up, and it is good. And the Jumbos with a 14-0 lead with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
So the Jumbos did not make the same mistake that led to 0 points on the drive before. They run it up the middle here, both on 1st and 2nd down. They get the 7 points, and now you put Colby in a position. They got the ball to begin the game. So now Tufts will get it to begin the half. If you're Colby, you need some points. And now they have all the pressure to create something on offense. They've only got 1 first down out of their 4 drives. The Tufts defense has a ton of confidence right now. And if you're Colby, it's a very difficult position, but you need some points before the end of the half.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we think of that philosophy of going for it inside the opponent's 5-yard line, and the thought being that even if you don't get it, you're likely getting the ball in good field position the next time. It's exactly what happened there for the Jumbos, and able to power it in. So they will kick from their own 25 on this one due to the penalty after the touchdown. And Lococo back to boot it away, and he does. That one's going to go down to about the 25-yard line, and it is taken by the Mules. That's Panker. Panker goes forward, and he's going to be stopped at about their own 39-yard line.
Well, this is by far the best field position Colby's had. They've started out at the 20 twice, or excuse me, at the 25 twice, at the 20 once, and at the 2-yard line once. So we'll see if they can do anything with this better field position. But yeah, going back to your point, Noah, Colby made a great stand, but were unable to do anything on offense in the ensuing possession. That led Tufts to go back to the 35. And if you're Tufts, you've had 4 drives. You scored on 2 of them, but the other 2 you had 4th and 1 with the little punt by Berluti, and the other one stopped at the goal line. For the Colby defense, you're doing a good job. You need to do a little better, though.
Hirsch looking to pass. He fires deep, looking for Sawyer, and that one's going to be caught. Sawyer down at the 10-yard line. A great catch made by Jack Sawyer. Able to go up. Matt Hirsch made the toss. Jack Sawyer made the catch, and the Mules with their best play of the game. Jason Nandancy was there with the coverage, but just a perfect throw and a perfect catch, and the Mules at the 8-yard line after that big play.
Yeah, that was a great play all around. The offensive line held up Hirsch delivered a perfect ball. Sawyer made the great catch and got a few yards after the catch as well. And we'll see if they can capitalize. Great start to the drive here by Colby.
So Hirsch is back to take the snap in the shotgun. Motion across is Brendan Sawyer. He's going to roll out wide to the right, and he's going to fire to Sawyer. Sawyer catches it there. That's Brendan Sawyer. So the Sawyers are brothers from Connecticut, freshman receivers for this Mules team. Both have made serious contributions this year in their freshman year.
Yeah, it's not often where 2 of your 3 receivers are freshmen. It's even less common that
they're twins.
They're twins, exactly. But they're coming together there, make 2 nice plays, and they got them situated 2nd and goal at the 4. If you're Colby, you gotta punch it in here. You gotta get a quick score, and that's exactly what they've done so far in this drive. Move the ball down quickly, put some the pressure back on Tufts, and we'll see if they can punch it in.
Hirsch is back in the gun, 2nd and goal from the 4. He takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking left. He fires, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown by Matt Panker. Nice presence there in the pocket from Matt Hirsch, able to find his receiver Panker, and the Mules with an incredible bounce-back drive right there.
Yeah, just 3 plays, bang, bang, bang. And Panker found some area, found some room there in the slot. Look at this. Look at this. A 2-point conversion with a funky setup, and now they're going back to the normal PAT, your regularly scheduled programming there.
Salea is the kicker here, Moises Salea. He punts and kicks for this Mules team. That snap is high, able to put it down, and it is through. Really nice job by the holder there. That is Hirsch, the quarterback. He did an incredible job there, an athletic play to get that ball down. And the extra point is good. It is 14-7 Jumbos. So the Jumbos were owning this game after that drive that started at the Mules 35, able to punch it in, go up 14-0. What a response from this Colby Mules team. Life we hadn't seen all day. And explosiveness in the offense as well.
You know, based on the first 4 drives, I think it was pretty hard for both of us to imagine Colby going down the field in the fashion that they just did. Quick 3 plays, and, you know, here's the difference. Colby, on the previous possession, when they started at the 2-yard line, also went 3 plays. They got 5 yards and punted away. The defense went right back onto the field. Same amount of plays in between the Colby defense going on and off the field that time and this time. The difference, though, is that Colby now has a lot more momentum. The defensive players are out there. They're going to say, we just gave the ball to our offense, and they quickly got us points. Let's go out and get another stop. Let's go out and get this off the balls back into the hands of the offense, get us tied at halftime. And now they're playing with a little more energy.
So Salea will kick it away for the Mules, and that one's going to go through the back of the end zone, and the Jumbos will start this drive at the 25. So the Jumbos, this is an interesting position here. They have 5 minutes, so plenty of time, and they get the ball after the half. The Mules started with it. So the Jumbos with a real opportunity to do what they call the boomerang, score on both ends. That starts here. It's important for them to have a sustained drive, though. You don't want to give the Mules back the ball. You don't want to not score and give the Mules back the ball with plenty of time for them to score before the half and ruin what was really a pretty dominant half for the Jumbos, with the exception of those 4 plays just now on that drive. As Pedrini has a run here. He runs to the left, and he is going forward for 9 yards. Good, strong, powerful run by Mike Pedrini.
Yeah, there was a nice hole there created on the left side of that offensive line. Pedrini ran right through it, able to pick up 9. And, yeah, no, if you're Tufts, you want to take some time off the clock on this drive. You don't want to give Colby the ball back with too much time, as you said. Ideally for them, they were able to take the ball down the field, score with very little time left, and go into the half 21-7.
Pedrini takes this one as well, and he gets across the 35. Not much more, but he's able to pick up the first down before he is wrapped up and taken down.
Another strong run there from Pedrini. We've seen Tufts doing a nice job. Pedrini dominated touches in the first few drives. Johnson came in. He had his few drives, and now it's back to Pedrini doing a nice job keeping both of those guys fresh, keeping the stamina high, because they're going to need them both most likely in the towards the end of the game.
A nice tackle there by Rombonitis for the Mules to stop that at a 2-yard gain, and it is a first down for the Jumbos here. Snap is taken and fired out wide. Pedrini has it. Not much room to run, but he sheds a tackle or two before he is brought down Good defense there by the Mules. E.J. Brister was out there quickly, ready to tackle Mike Pedrini, and he gains none, as it is a 2nd and 10 from the Jumbo's 36-yard line. Fake the give to Pedrini, fired out wide on the run, and that's going to be caught before he is brought down. The catch made by number 81, Cade Moore. Cade Moore's 2nd catch of the game.
Yeah, that was a nice play there from Tufts and Berluti. Gaining 6, now a much more manageable 3rd and 4. And if you're Tufts, you really want to get this first down. For obvious reasons, you want to keep the ball moving, you want to score. But also for momentum. We've talked about it so many times today, how important momentum is, and you want to keep it. You don't want to give the ball back into the suddenly red-hot Colby offense. So see if they can pick up the first down here.
Berluti will take the snap, and he gives to Pedrini. Pedrini is stopped in his tracks. So that's a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and 5 for the Jumbos. So 4th down, excuse me, it'll be a 4th and 4, 4th and 5 for the Jumbos, and they will punt it away. So not a great drive for the Jumbos. Now 2.5 minutes left. The thought that maybe the Mules could do something here, that there's a flag on the field, and if that is against the Mules, it's going to be a Jumbo first down. The guess is here that it's false start on the Jumbos.
That's what I believe it is now. Having a little conference on the field. It's a big call. Have to get it right. But if you're Tufts, I don't get the decision-making there. You throw it on 2nd and 10 when the run had been working, and then you run it on 3rd and 4. It's a little questionable there. You want to pick up the chunk yards through the air and keep the ground game going. It's a little questionable that they had the decision-making on 2nd and 3rd down. Results in a 4th down, 3 and out, quick 3 and out. And Colby getting the ball back with a chance to put some more points on the board, potentially tie this game up.
Much discussion here. You have to think this wasn't your run-of-the-mill false start.
No. Going to Jay Savetti on the tough sideline.
I think that the ball is going to be spotted exactly where it was. So maybe no penalty on that one.
Yeah,
Nevertheless, the Jumbos will punt it away.
Much ado about nothing there.
And the snap is taken, and the punt is hit. It is a good one. It is caught for the Mules before he is wrapped up and brought down at the 35-yard line.
We're seeing a level of physicality in this game from both sides that we didn't see earlier on in the contest. It seems like every tackle is met with a few exchanging of words from the tackler and then the person who was tackled.
And how about that punt there from Berluti, Brandon?
Yeah.
He does it all. He passes, he punts.
He's got an arm and a leg on him.
So it'll be a Mules first down at their own 37. You bet that the Mules sideline is not so happy right now that they've wasted their 3 timeouts.
No. That's exactly why you wanted to keep it in your back pocket in case of a 2-minute drill like
Hirsch
this.
takes the snap. He fakes the give. He's looking to pass. Floats one out there, and that is caught. Rumbling down out to about the 26-yard line. There for the Mules was number 89, Pat Sweeney. Pat Sweeney, the tight end, made the play there.
We've talked about how all season long the Colby offense has struggled, especially with the run, only averaging 2.5 yards per rush, a stat that we brought up a few times in this game. And now they're finding so much success through the air, seemingly out of nowhere. Tufts has to respect the run because Colby goes to it so often, and it's leaving guys open downfield. We saw it with Sawyer earlier, now it's Sweetenham. And Colby's moving the ball all of a sudden incredibly well, incredibly efficiently.
So on the Jumbo's 27 with 1:40 to go, Hirsch drops back, looking to pass, looking for the end zone, looking for Sawyer, broken up by Brandon Jones, who almost had an interception there.
Yeah, that was a great job. They tried to go to the well. We won too many times there. Brandon Jones read it all the way, was able to get a step on Sawyer, and almost made an impressive one-handed interception, but it'll be 2nd and 10 for Colby. Big play upcoming here for the Mules, trying to get some more yards, make it a 3rd down and manageable, maybe get into a definite field goal range as they're still outside the 25. We'll see if they continue to go to the passing game or if they maybe run the ball here.
Hirsch back in the shotgun here on this 2nd and 10. Back to his left is Morocco. 2 receivers split out to each side. Fakes the give. Hirsch, he has pressure. Rolling out to his right. Looking to fire. Floats one towards the end zone. Looking for Sawyer. Incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't think he saw anything there. Just throwing it away in the direction of Sawyer. There wasn't anybody there. Great pressure there from Tufts. Good coverage downfield, and that's exactly what the Jumbo's defense was doing earlier on in the game. And seemingly had lost a little bit, at least taking a step back from what they were doing. But a big play there and an even bigger play coming here on 3rd down.
Yes, this is a huge 3rd and 10 because the Jumbos do have 3 timeouts left. So if they were to get the ball back here, them scoring is not out of the question.
Absolutely not.
The crowd is loud. Hirsch is back for the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got pressure on him, and he's going to take it himself. Hirsch slides.
That'll be
it's going to be a late hit on the Jumbos. Hirsch slid down short of the 20. Would have been an innocent 4th down, but a Jumbo came in and hit him late, and that's a backbreaker because the Mules will now have, I believe, half the distance to the goal, so they will go down to about the 11-yard line and have a 1st down from there, a real chance to tie up this game.
Yeah, no, you heard the crowd get as loud as it has been all day for that 3rd and 10. Colby almost didn't get the play off because of the play clock, having trouble communicating between the quarterback Hirsch and the sideline. And as you said, would have been an innocent 4th down, probably a field goal attempt that would have been around a 40-yarder, definitely not a gimme. And instead, Spencer Allagood, who we've talked about a bunch of times in today's game, has made some really nice plays, had some really nice rushes on the quarterback, just makes a stupid mistake there. And now Colby has a great opportunity to get points on the board.
That is a back-breaking penalty for this Jumbo defense, which should have had a stop. And that'll be a 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Mules. 1:13 to go, clock running. Hirsch in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back, looking left. Now looking right, and he's sacked. He threw the ball away. To me, it looked like he was sacked before.
See, that's interesting. I thought he personally got the ball off. It looked as though while he was being taken down, he got the ball off. And it looked like Sawyer was in the area, so no intentional grounding on that one. But a really nice rush there from Tufts.
Max Meyer had Hirsch wrapped up, I thought, to the ground, but they're going to say that's an incomplete pass, so it'll be a 2nd and 10. Javier Rios was also in on the pressure there. Hirsch did well to get that ball away because he was wrapped up, and it'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Mules, and possibly more importantly, the clock stops on that incompletion. Hirsch to take the snap in the gun. He's looking to pass, looking left, fires, incomplete, looking for Panker, no flag, and it'll be a 3rd and 10 for the Mules at the Jumbo 11. 53 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Yeah, there was a good no call in my opinion on that one. There was a little bit of hand fighting going on between Jonathan O'Neill, the Tufts defender, and Matt Panker, the receiver for Colby. But at the end of the day, the throw from Hirsch was just a little too far. There was good coverage from O'Neill. Hirsch needed to put it in the absolute perfect spot. And even then, I don't know if it would have been a completion. No one was open. It was good coverage there again from Tufts. And it'll be a 3rd down and 10 for Colby.
So 3rd and 10 here for Colby. The crowd is loud. Hirsch to pass. He's got pressure on him. He throws complete to Sawyer. Sawyer's taken down at about the 1. The Mules did have a 1st down to get. So let's see. I think that may be a 1st down, but not a touchdown.
Yeah, the clock's continuing to roll, and that's going to be a 4th down. It'll be 4th and 1.
So it's 4th and half a yard here for the Mules, but only 28 seconds. So you don't really want to go right up and run the ball. Somehow there's been a timeout, and they don't have a timeout to take.
They might be bringing the chains out, possibly.
It's going to be a delay of the game. If there was a timeout taken, a Chris Webber situation, if you will. But they're going to take the chains out.
They are bringing the chains out.
What a break for this Mules offense.
It's a huge break. The way the clock was rolling down, there was about 27 seconds left, or 24, excuse me, and about 20 on the play clock. So if Colby wanted to, they could have taken that down to about 4 seconds and just made it the last play of the game. If they score, they score. If it's not, it's halftime.
So the chains say not a first down. The clock should be rolling now, and they're letting the Mules get away with what is essentially a timeout here.
Yeah, it's a huge, huge, huge break for Colby as they're able to get.
The clock should be rolling at this point, we believe.
It should be.
And
again,
it's not.
If you are Colby, though, I do like the decision to just roll it down to the last few seconds of the half. If you get a touchdown, great. You go into the half tied. If not, you're down only 7, but no opportunity for Tufts to get the ball back.
Clock is now running. Hirsch is right in the shotgun, and he's going to take it himself. He's got nowhere to go. He's stuffed. And he's going to be held. I think he got the first down. I don't think he got the touchdown. Regardless, the clock is running. It's now stopped at 9 seconds.
Yeah, I think a little bit of confusion there from everybody.
A first down would stop the clock temporarily.
Yeah, it looked like a first down. I think some of the crowd got a little confused based on it not being a touchdown.
Surely.
Are they going to bring out the chains again?
Oh, my goodness. They're going to bring out the chains again.
I don't know.
What a break for this Mules offense.
I don't know about you, but that looked like a first down to me.
That looked like a first down. It did not look like a touchdown. The ball is clearly spotted outside of the end zone. And they're going to say it's a first down.
Yes.
So now the clock starts running theoretically when the ball is put down. There are 9 seconds. The Mules are essentially, unless they can get a quick incomplete pass off, essentially going to have one play to try and punch this into the end zone.
Yeah, that the time in between the last play and this upcoming play was halted by the chains, but also if you're the Tufts defense, they're running off the field thinking they got the stop. And now Colby gets essentially a second free timeout at the end of this half, and a crucial moment where they can tie up the game before Tufts gets the ball to begin the next half.
The chain gang running off the field. 9 seconds to go. Mules at the 1. First and goal. No timeouts to take. And the spike he threw. His center's going to be a little upset with him because that was thrown right at him.
Yeah, right at his backside. He's going to have a little bit of a bruise tomorrow.
Ty Marr is going to have a little welt on his leg because Matt Hirsch threw that as hard as he could at his center's leg. So it'll be a second and goal with 5 seconds to go at the 1.
Well, it was a smart play there. You have the down to burn. You want to get the play call. You want to get the game clock stopped and get organized, and that's exactly what they did. Now they most likely only have one more play to get this ball in the end zone.
Hirsch is in the gun. Morocco to his right. Hirsch takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Immediately incomplete. There is one. When that ball hit the turf, there were 2 seconds on the clock. The clock now reads 0.
Yeah, the clock kept running after the incompletion.
So the Mules caught a break on the chains coming out. The Mules unlucky there.
No, they're calling the Tufts players back.
The Jumbos are on their way to the locker room.
They're calling the Jumbos
and
back.
They're going to make them come back onto the field.
Yes. The Jumbos trying to get away with something there, but there was clearly a second or two left on the clock.
What a fiasco here at the end of this first half. Now the clock reads 1 second. So the Jumbos now have to run back from nearly the Mules 10, where they were, to go for one more snap. One more snap.
This looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt, Noah.
Oh, wow. So the Mules are going to kick.
I apologize.
You are right. Salea's out there. The Mules kicker, Moises Salea, is out there. Hirsch the holder.
A really interesting call here. You have half a yard to gain in one play. I'm surprised they're kicking it.
Moises Salea with essentially an extra point. And now the Jumbos are going to ice him with a timeout. These are the longest 25 seconds with No timeouts taken up until this point in football history. Wow.
I mean, what a hectic end to this first half.
So the Jumbos ice the kicker, Moises Salea there. Take their first time out of the half. There was 1 second on the clock. Now, do the Mules reconsider and bring the offense back out on the field to try and punch it in for the score, or do they kick this field goal?
You know, the thing about these games, though, is you can't let the other team lose. You have to go in and win these football games, especially on the road this late in the season.
It looks like they're going to bring the offense back out on the field.
And I like that. I like that call. You have to go out and win the games. You can't be settling for field goals within the one. This is a possession right here where you can send a message to the rest of your team. We're going to go for it. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to try and even this game up. Even if you don't get it and you're down a touchdown, there's still some more confidence instilled in your players. I like this call to go for it.
On the 1 yard line, Hirsch is in the gun. Genghis to his left. And another timeout is going to be taken.
Wow.
So you have to wonder if Coach Savetti was kicking himself. Not that he could have known after taking that timeout, which then prompted the Mules to bring the offense out. He's either going to be quite upset or quite happy after this play. And Brandon, this is going to change the momentum in a huge way for the second half to come.
Yeah, absolutely. These last 20 minutes have already done that. You know, it looked like 25 minutes ago, Tufts was cruising to an easy win on their last home game of the schedule of the year on Senior Day. Instead, Colby showed that they have some fight in them. We're able to string together a few nice possessions on offense and defense. And now this play, not to sound too dramatic, but this play could decide a lot about the way this game unfolds, Noah. We can have a tie game going into halftime with Colby having all the momentum, or a 7-point game with Tufts having all the momentum. This play is absolutely huge.
In the gun is Hirsch. Genghis to his left. The snap is taken. The give is to Genghis, and he's met. Surges forward, powering, and the referees are going to signal. It's a Mule touchdown. And the Mules faithful are loving it.
I mean,
the sideline is on the field. What a play.
I was about to say. Head coach Jack Cosgrove was running all the way down to the goal line, celebrating with his team about that touchdown. That shows you just how much they wanted that score. We got this funky setup again here, and it looks like they're going to bring it back in again for the PAT. I don't know if that's the standard procedure for their extra points or what that is. But either way, a huge, huge touchdown there. They ran it right up the middle, showed Tufts who's boss, and they're coming into this half tied at 14. An incredible resurgence here from the Colby offense. And we have a very exciting second half coming up.
So a tale of two quarters, really, in this first half as we go with the Jumbos 14, the Mules 14 after a half. We'll be back after the break for an exciting finish in this one.
We've learned a lot from him, and we've probably learned more from him than he's learned from us.
I think they're a real important part in my life. I can't describe it. It feels amazing.
Give me a break it! Break it! Can I have a hug? Oh.
What's your favorite subject?
Math.
When you spread the word about Team Impact, you have the power to change lives.
Welcome back to Ellis Oval here. The Jumbos and the Mules tied at 14 after the break. An interesting first half for sure. Lots of excitement and fireworks at the end. Brandon, what did you see in this half?
Well,
from
no.
both teams.
Yeah, well, no. It was certainly an interesting half. First quarter, Tufts came out, put their foot on the gas. They were able to score fairly quickly on their second drive. They come back in the second quarter, score in their fourth drive, and at this point, the Tufts offense, while only scoring on 2 out of their 4 drives, had really been able to do whatever they wanted to. They were stopped twice, had 1 yard to go on 4th down. One time decided to punt. The other one went for it and didn't get it. But they had really been moving the ball well, and they looked like they were dominating the game. And then Colby, out of nowhere, comes back and starts dominating the game themselves. And it really started with the passing attack that the passing threat that they posed, which had not really been a factor early on in the game, but out of nowhere it seemed to catch fire. And Tufts had no answer for it. We'll see if Coach Jay Savetti had made an answer for it at the halftime adjustments phase. And Tufts will get the ball back to begin the second half, but we should be in for a really exciting finish here, Noah.
Yeah, Brandon. I mean, as you mentioned, the Jumbos were up 14-0 and ready to kick off with 7 minutes to go in that second half. The Mules asserted themselves. The offense, they really opened it up, threw the ball more downfield. And now we have a tie ball game as Andre Smith running this one back. He makes a couple miss, but he's taken down well short of the 20. And the Jumbos will start this possession deep in their own territory. And they need a good drive here. They need to establish their run. They need to do something to reassert themselves as the better team in this game.
Yeah, you're right, Noah. I mean, the momentum is all in the favor of Colby. Yes, there was a 20-minute halftime break, but you could see it on the sideline. Something was different from the beginning of this game to the end of the half, Noah. They really were excited to have tied up the game, and there's a lot of intensity now from Colby. You could see it even on the tackle on the kickoff.
Berluti takes the snap. He fires out wide to Lutz. Lutz catches it. He runs for a couple, and he's going to get about 7 before he's taken out of bounds. You know, we saw Phil Lutz very involved in the beginning of the game. We mentioned the historic year he's having. A little bit less in the second part of that first half. Interesting to see the Jumbos go right to him here to begin the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was working. They stopped it, and, you obviously don't want to tap the well dry and go to it so many times that Colby knows it's coming. But it was working, and they'd done it 5 or 6 times. Here's another one, and it works for about 7 yards.
Berluti takes a snap. He fires out wide to Lutz. Lutz drops that one. He had a little bit of room. Likely would have got the first down. Only needed 2. Looked up before he caught the ball.
Exactly. I think that.
And it'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Jumbos.
That was a case of being blinded by the amount of room you had to run. I think his feet started to move before he fully focused on catching the ball. Still, because of the 8 yards on the previous play, Tufts has a very manageable 3rd down here. Just going to be 3rd and 2. But a big 3rd down at that. Don't want to give the ball right back to the Mules in a tie game.
So 3rd and 2 for the Jumbos. Empty backfield. Lutz in motion. The snap to Berluti. He's going to take it himself. Berluti up the middle. 1st down and more. Berluti got a little bit of room. Spin move out wide on the left sideline and runs out of bounds. Nice run by Michael Berluti. Jumbo 1st down. They're across the 40. And they say he stepped out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Nice run by Michael Berluti.
What a fantastic run. And he didn't look like a freshman there, did he, Noah?
He really did not. Savvy play. Take it himself on a little draw play. That spin move was a thing of beauty, and the Jumbos are in business at their own 47 now. Empty backfield again. Fire out wide. Quick to Lutz. Lutz trips and falls forward for about 2 yards.
Well, as you mentioned, Noah, you've seen the involvement from Lutz. They've run 4 plays so far, have the Jumbos in this second half. 3 of them have gone to Lutz, 2 of them for catches, 1 of them incompletion. And then on the fourth one, or the 3rd play sequentially, they used Lutz as a decoy. The Colby defense did not know what to do once Berluti didn't throw it to Lutz on the 3rd down there. He ran for a gain of about, a gain of about 20. And now it's going to be 2nd and 8 after the gain of 2.
Berluti has pressure on him, steps up in the pocket, able to unleash, and that's going to be a short gainer to Jackson Butler. Jackson Butler with a 7-yard catch. Very nice presence there by Berluti, able to just get that ball away as he had a free rusher coming at him.
Yeah, he sensed the pressure. It was coming at him from the strong side, so he's able to detect the presence, dump it off to Butler. It was a gain of about 4, so still now 3rd and 4, but it's better than a sack, and it's better than an incompletion.
So a 3rd and 3 here for the Jumbos at the Mule 46. Berluti takes the snap, and he's going to do the same thing. Right up the middle, and a first down again. This time out to the 40-yard line, 41-yard line of the Mules. Michael Berluti, decisive, right up the middle. And the Jumbos are moving. They are moving at the 41 now.
Yeah, interestingly so far, it's 6 plays on the drive. None of them have gone to the running backs. You haven't even mentioned the names Pedrini or Johnson thus far. They haven't been factors at all, and Tufts has been able to move the ball thanks to Lutz and to the legs of Berluti. So watch as they maybe try and factor in the running backs more on the rest of the drive.
Berluti's in the gun. He takes the snap. He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Lofts one. It's caught by Lutz. Lutz has some room. Lutz inside the 10. Trucks a man, and he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Phil Lutz. Nice route there. Able to get open. Berluti executed the throw, and the Jumbos are inside the 10.
Yeah, that was a great play design. You had Jackson Butler, who attracted 2 Colby defenders deep. You had Tyler Johnson, who attracted a few short, and then that left Lutz wide open in the middle of game 20.
Here's Tyler Johnson. He's tripped up in the backfield, able to lunge forward. A little bit of extracurricular activity there. First it was Jackson Butler. Then it's Phil Lutz wrestling with some Colby defensive backs. It was Nick Donato originally.
Yeah, I mentioned this a few times at the end of the half, Noah. And Colby, it seems like when they were getting back into the game, part of the reason they were doing that, or part of the thing that was fueling them, was this physicality element that was lacking in a lot of the game earlier. You saw Tufts come out. They were intense. It was senior day. They wanted to get a win on the board. Colby took them a while to match that intensity, but now they have, and it seems like every play is getting a little chippy.
Berluti in the gun. Johnson to his right. Berluti takes a snap, looking to throw. Pressure on him, throws across the middle, and that is incomplete. Phil Lutz was the intended target, had it at first, took quite a hit over the middle, and he's unable to hold on.
Yeah, that was quite a play there from Julian Young, the linebacker, coming across the middle. He saw Lutz open, and Berluti put it right onto the chest of Lutz. It was a great throw and almost a great catch, but it was an even better hit by Julian Young to force that ball out. And now it's a big 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Phil Lutz almost made what would have been quite an acrobatic catch, just unable to hold down. Now he's in the backfield on this one to the right of Berluti, who will take the snap in the shotgun. Berluti drops back, looking to pass, looking to run now, rolling out to his left, still looking to pass, tried to find Tyler Johnson in the end zone, just missed him. Really difficult throw, rolling to his left to try and make that throw across his body. Incomplete, and the Jumbos look likely to kick a field goal here.
Yeah, that play was made by the Colby defender, Javon Williams there. He saw that Berluti's eyes wanted to go directly, or he saw in Berluti's eyes that he wanted to go to Johnson, so Williams had to play both Johnson and Berluti. He made the right decision there.
Sal Lococo sends it through. Oh, no. I apologize. That field goal was no good. Lococo left it wide left, and the Jumbos leave points on the board, and this game's still tied, 14-all.
Yeah, really disappointing there. The Tufts drive was looking so promising throughout. They encountered a few 3rd downs, but were able to convert, and Lococo just pushed it a little left. I thought I was with you, I thought it went through the uprights and narrowly missed left, and now Colby has a chance to take their first lead of the game with points on this drive.
Really disappointing finish to that drive for the Jumbos. They had something going and unable to put up any points on the board and give Colby a golden opportunity. They start this drive at their own 20. Hirsch back in the gun for the snap. He's looking to pass. A little bit of pressure on him. Screen out. Smart has it. Smart has room to run. Smart has a first down and more. Smart's across the 40, and he's out of bounds around the 45-yard line. A quick 25-yard pickup for the Mules, and they're picking up this second half just where they ended the first. And that's bad news for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it is, especially after not getting points on that drive. But a phenomenal play right there. You saw the pressure. Tufts had good pressure, and it seemed as though there were no receivers open downfield, and then you see Keon Smart just running a little flat route outside, a little screen, and there was great blocking downfield. Gain of 25, perfect start to the drive for the Mules.
Hirsch is in the gun. Takes the snap and gives it to Smart. Smart, not much room to run. He'll be taken down at the Mules' 44-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd and 7.
You know, you could say a few things about the Mules offense in that first half. The fact that throughout it, their rushing game was incredibly ineffective is maybe the most prominent thing you can say. Their passing game became the main factor, became the main method of them moving the ball downfield. In fact, really the only method of them moving the ball downfield, save for the touchdown that tied up the game. But if they can get the rushing game, as we have a stoppage here, if they can get the rushing game, if they can pick it up, that adds a whole other element to this offense, and that could really boost them here in the second half.
You're certainly right, Brandon. So this is a 2nd and 7 here for the Mules. Hirsch again in the gun. Morocco, the back to his left. In motion across is Panker. The give is to Morocco. Morocco's got a little bit of room. He's got a first down and more. Morocco's going 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Devin Morocco. And the Mules are on top for the first time in this game.
Well, what were we just talking about now is the rushing game. I mean, that's exactly what this offense has been lacking, not just this game, but also this entire season. And if you're Colby, what a start to the second half. What an end to the first half. And this is just picture perfect, the way that they stormed back into this game after being down 14, battling some adversity, showing some intensity, showing some heart, and now they're in the lead, and now it's going to be on Tufts to try and respond, as Colby has now put up more than 14 points for just the second time in now 8 games this season.
Devin Morocco from nearby Winchester, Massachusetts, a bit of a homecoming game, went to the local Brown, Buckingham, and Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols School, excuse me. And what a touchdown there for him on that 56-yard rush. And the Mules now up 21-14 on the Jumbos. Tufts needs a response here.
Yeah, and they need it badly. You know, we were saying this when Tufts was up 14-0 right after the drive that they had started. Colby, we were saying, needs something. They need some type of spark, some type of energy boost that just we hadn't seen from the offense, and they got it immediately. It was a few big plays, the first one being to Sawyer, and then from there the offense just got going. And now you can see the passing game has been working. The running game on that drive looked fantastic. It was mainly for the one play, but still looked fantastic. It's a great start and great promise going forward. But now it's on Tufts. Now Tufts needs to respond. They need to have a few of those big plays of their own. Maybe it comes from the run game, even though Colby's done a good job stopping that of late. Maybe it's from the passing game, which showed some promise leading to that drive that unfortunately came up empty-handed for Tufts. But either way, it's going to need to come from somewhere, and it's going to need to happen fast.
So Saleha is going to kick it away for the Mules. Brandon, we'll see where the Jumbos go on this drive. I think that they do have to reestablish that run. I think you're spot on. And Andre Smith's going to take that in the end zone and decide to bring it out. He is met immediately with a special teams tackle. Ooh, and then a late hit. And there's going to be a flag there.
Yeah, he kind of got bailed out by the late hit there, which, was not the smartest decision. We saw something similar on the tough side and Spencer Allgood early on in the game back in the first half that led to some more Colby points. But either way, I don't like the decision to run it out there. You're down. Start the possession at the 25. Don't trust it when you can already have it at the 25. It would have been without the penalty, which didn't impact the play at all. It would have been a 12-yard swing, and Tufts needs all the momentum they can get.
You're 100% right, Brandon. The Jumbos do get bailed out there by that penalty, so they'll start this drive at the 29. Andre Smith did take it out there when maybe it wasn't the right call. Berluti is in the gun here, and they need a response. How will this freshman quarterback respond? We will see right here as he takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's got some time. He's going to fire. That's a wobbly one, and it is incomplete. That ball was nearly picked off by the Mules. There was Josh East, the cornerback, went up for that ball, had it, brought it down, and when he hit the turf, the ball sprang free.
Yeah, East has made a few good plays, but it's something that we saw from Berluti earlier on in the game. There was a play going to Dunn deep in the end zone that was a pass interference. Dunn had a step on his defender. Berluti saw it late and then wound up. It was a very similar thing here. He made it harder on himself by seeing it and winding up when the receiver was already 50 yards downfield. If you're going to throw it that far down the field, you got to throw it when the receiver makes his break. You can't wait until he's got a ton of daylight in front of him.
Not Berluti's best pass of the day. This one's out wide to Lutz. Lutz has some room. Lutz across, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 34-yard line, met by a gaggle of defenders. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Jumbos from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, Lutz has been just who they've been going to when they need a big spot all season long. It continues now here, and they're going to hurry up and snap the play quickly.
Snap. Berluti rolling out wide right. He's going to fire, and that's a great catch by Phil Lutz out to the 46-yard line of the Jumbos. Lutz extended and able to make a play on a ball that was thrown a little bit above his head. Great play by Phil Lutz.
Yeah, fantastic catch there, and that was a play that Tufts absolutely desperately needed. They needed to convert that 3rd down. They couldn't have sent the defense back on to try and stop this Colby Mules offense, which suddenly looks like one of the best in the NESCAC. Great play there from Phil Lutz. Good throw by Berluti. All around a good play.
Berluti looking to pass. He fires, and that one is caught. And taken down there is Jackson Butler. Made a catch out to the 48-yard line, so it'll be a 2nd and 4. At the Colby 49 now, they'll say. So 2nd and 4 from the Colby 49. Berluti back, Johnson to his left. Lutz in motion. The snap and the give is to Johnson. Johnson has some room, tries to run over a defender, and gets brought down, and it'll be a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, another 3rd down. This is, I believe, the 4th 3rd down that the Tufts offense will have faced already in the second half. They were able to convert the 2 of the 3 thus far. This one, the shortest out of them. I would like to see a little quick pitch to Phil Lutz there. That's been working. He already has 10 catches for 106 yards. He's been doing the dirty work. He's been making some great catches. He's been making men miss when he's been making some moves. I would like to see them get the ball to him make a play.
Peyton Reed with a good tackle there. He's been all over the place. The Chains and the Jumbo with a much-needed 1st down out to the Mules 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Went right up the middle. The Tufts offensive line got big in the trenches, and they moved the chains, a big 1st down, and we'll see if they can continue to move the chains and get more 1st downs, possibly tie this game up.
Berluti alone in the backfield now. He takes the snap. He's going to fire out wide to Lutz. Lutz has it. He's going, and Lutz is going to pick up about 7 on that one. They've loved that play today, and it really hasn't gotten stopped, so why not keep going to it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was expecting something, as I mentioned, on the 3rd down play, but it makes sense on a 1st down. You need 10 yards over the course of 3, maybe 4 plays, depending on the situation. And Lutz can pick up pretty much at least 5, somewhere in the range of 5 to 8 every time you give it to him. So why not keep feeding him and keep getting those yards?
So 2nd and 4 here from the Mules 38. Berluti back. Lutz again in motion. The snap, and he looked to Lutz, didn't do it. Now he's going deep. He's got some men and did not find them. That ball was intended for Cade Moore. Also in the area was done. There is a flag. Personally, I'm not sure that Berluti threw that one to the right man.
Yeah, well, I believe he knew he had a free play as the call is offsides. So Berluti making the savvy veteran decision, just throw it deep. Even if you don't have a man open, see if something happens, as he had the free 5 yards in his back pocket.
There was some separation there, I thought, on the outside with Billy Dunn on the left. Unable to find him there. Nevertheless, a Jumbo 1st down to the Mule 33. In motion is Lutz. The throw is going to go to him. Lutz has some room across the 30. Now across the 25, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 24. Another flag down.
Yeah, this is going to go against Tufts. I believe it's going to go against Billy Dunn. We'll see exactly what it was. Could have been illegal blocking or holding. And it is Billy Dunn.
So if you negate that, Phil Lutz with an incredible 11 catches for 112 yards today. Creeping up on Frank Roach's 2019 season receiving record is Phil Lutz. He's now across 900 yards on the season.
Wow. That's his former teammate that he might surpass. If it's not in today's game, it might be in the finale at Middlebury.
So the Jumbo's still at the 33 here. Berluti dropping back, now stepping up, looking to throw. He fires, and he's got his man, and it's Lutz. Lutz with a catch, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Great throw there by Michael Berluti on the run.
Yeah, 12th catch of the day. And this is a play that we saw in their last drive. We saw Billy Dunn, or excuse me, it was Jackson Butler went deep. Oh, no, it was Billy Dunn. Billy Dunn went deep. Tyler Johnson went short, and Phil Lutz was right there in the middle.
Now rolling to his right, and he fires out wide. That's going to be caught, and lunging towards the end zone, unable to score, was Cade Moore. Cade Moore, the freshman, been involved in this one. Just unable to get into the end zone there. But the Jumbos now on the 1, 1st and goal. Berluti takes the snap. They give it to Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson goes in standing. And the Jumbos, pending an extra point, will tie up this game.
That's exactly the response that Tufts needed. You convert a few third downs on the offense, or excuse me, on the drive. You instill more confidence in the offense. Tyler Johnson gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and we see what Tufts did in the first half, which is running up to the line when they're inside the 5, forcing Colby to make adjustments on the fly quickly in a spot where your backs are against the wall. Great job there, and the extra point is missed.
Oh, boy. A tough go of it so far for Lococo. And the Jumbos trailing now 21-20. Lococo had a great week last week with an important game-tying field goal towards the end of the game, which earned him NESCAC Special Teams Player of the Week. This game so far, things are not going as great.
No, with his propensity to miss extra points, I'm surprised my Los Angeles Chargers have yet to pick him up.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation here for the Jumbos as they still trail 1. They've now left 4 points on the field with those extra points.
But you know what, Noah? It's 4 points. That being said, this is exactly the drive that Tufts needed. Yes, you're down 1 point, but you also have almost 19 minutes left to make it up.
There's plenty of time left for sure as Lococo is ready to boot this one away. So the Jumbos down 1, 21-20, just under 4 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. That's a high arching kick, and it's going to be caught at about the 6-yard line, brought out, and a tackle made. That was Panker bringing it out. Panker with a touchdown in this one already. Solid return there. And the Mules will start this drive in their own territory at about the 24-yard line. They're going to call it the 25. So, big possession here for both the Mules offense and the Jumbos defense. The Jumbos have had no answer the past couple drives for Matt Hirsch and company. Hirsch hands it off. Keon Smart is met in the backfield and brought down for a loss of 3. Great pressure there from the Jumbos. Spencer Allagood, one of the Jumbos, in for the tackle there.
Yeah, there were a few Tufts Jumbos there to meet Smart in the backfield. They were not going to be fooled by the run again like they had been a few times on the previous drive for Colby. And that play right there was resemblant of the first few drives that Colby had. Unable to move the ball at all on the ground and really having a tough time moving the ball on all. Just 1 first down in their first 4 drives.
And I think there's going to be an officials timeout here. Nope, we're going to run. So in the shotgun is Hirsch. Back to his left is Smart. Hirsch to take the snap. He's looking. Now he's looking to run. And he is met quickly by the Jumbos. Matty Juilliard was there first to make the tackle. And this is going to be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 13.
Yeah, I think Hirsch was expecting more of a man coverage that time. And in that case, the hole would have opened up across the middle, allowed him to get at least maybe 7 or 8, possibly more. But instead, that hole closed very, very quickly. And Tufts now has a big opportunity to get their defense off the field and get good field position. Big 3rd and 13 here.
3rd and 13. Hirsch is in the gun. Smart to his left. He takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Has a man. It's Smart. Smart catches it, and he is wrestled down to the ground by none other than Matty Juilliard. Nice tackle there in the open field by Matty Juilliard to hang with the quick back, Keon Smart.
Fantastic tackle there from Juilliard, and it's a microcosm of how that entire drive went for Tufts. We're just talking about how Colby had scored on 3 straight drives. Their offense was looking fantastic, and Tufts comes out, gets a big stop on first down. That kind of set the tone for the rest of the drive as Colby's now punting it away, and Tufts has a chance to get the ball back in great field position.
This one is punted away, and Andre Smith is going to let it bounce, and it's going to take a Mules roll inside the 20 down to the 19. Great punt by Salea. Salea has been solid so far today, but on the season he averages the most yards per punt in the NESCAC. Showed why there with a nearly 50 net on that punt. Great job. Nearly 60, actually.
No, that does make sense. If you're a 3-4 team that puts up 11 points a game, you're going to need to have some good special teams, and you're going to need to have a good punter that can win you the field position battle every week.
So the Jumbos start this drive at their 19. Berluti in the gun. Empty backfield. He's looking to pass. He's going to step up. Now he's running. Berluti able to gain 3 before he's brought down, maybe 4. Before he's brought down, they're going to give him 5, to the Jumbo's 24-yard line.
Yeah, nice job there by Berluti. The pocket collapsed quickly. He was able to get out and just get a gain of 5. Nice play there to escape the pressure, keep the ball moving forward.
So in the gun now is Berluti. Pedrini's to his left. He takes the snap. The give is to Pedrini. Oh, no, He kept it himself, and Berluti's got a first down and more. He's across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Faked me out there. Berluti kept it himself. He clearly got the Mules as well, and a big run for Michael Berluti.
Yeah, I think everyone in the stadium thought that ball was going to Pedrini as they hustle up to the line and try and run a similar play here.
This throws out to Lutz. Lutz has some room. He's going to run. Lutz, maybe 7. That's going to bring them out to their own 49-yard line. Phil Lutz has 150 yards today. Came in, I believe, 194 yards back of Frank Roach for the Jumbo season receiving record.
Yeah, we might be witnessing history, and it might only take him 7 games. As
151 yards he now has. So we're going to go to the 4th quarter here at Ellis Oval. The Jumbos trailing the Mules 21-20, but they are driving. 2nd and 2 at their own 49-yard line to begin this 4th quarter. Brandon, what do both teams need to do in this quarter to come out with this game?
Well, no, it's going to come down to the defense on both sides. We've highlighted this Colby Mules defense all game because all season long they have been fantastic at not only stopping opponents in general, but especially on the ground. And we've seen that as this game has progressed, but Berluti's doing a very nice job leading Tufts in rushing yards with 54. So they're going to need, Colby Mules are going to need to recognize the run, and they're going to need to stop it in order to come out in this game. And on the Tufts side, it's the complete opposite. They're going to need to stop Matt Hirsch, who suddenly has found a cannon, who suddenly replaced his arm with a cannon, and has looked fantastic. The last drive, Tufts did a very good job stopping Colby, but it's going to come down to defense on both sides of the ball for different reasons.
So the Jumbos, now switching sides, will be faced with a 2nd and 2 here. Brandon, if I'm the coach after this half, I'm looking to go for a big shot here. It's a 2nd and 2. You've been able to pick up 3 yards or so on the ground pretty easily. Why not take a shot here?
I'm with you, Noah. Instead, they send Lutz in motion. Very well could go to him.
Instead, Berluti's going to take it himself. He was met at about the stick. It looks like they're going to give it to him out to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like Tufts has found some success in having Berluti run the football. Colby's going to need to stop that as it's gotten them a few first downs on this drive.
Michael Berluti leading the Jumbos in rushing today, along with his 22 of 28 for 205 yards and a touchdown in the air.
Yeah, really nice stat line there from the freshman Berluti.
Picking up after last game where he had 311 yards throwing and 73 yards rushing. This time he takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw. Lutz has it. Lutz looking to make a man miss, and he does. Lutz out wide, and he's going to pick up a first down.
That was a fantastic play. And what made the play was a block from Jackson Butler. Lutz was up the middle. He made the grab. Jackson Butler was on the outside. He cut off the linebacker that was closest to Lutz and allowed Lutz to pick up an extra few yards and move the chains.
The Jumbos now at the 36 of the Mules. Berludi's in the gun. Phil Lutz keeps getting fed the ball, and when he does good things. That's his 15th catch of the game. Berludi drops back. He's looking to pass. He's looking to go deep. He's looking to go for the end zone. He's looking for Billy Dunn, and he has him! Billy Dunn with a touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. What a play! And the Jumbos are on top.
What a throw. What a catch. What a route. And we highlighted Billy Dunn earlier for one reason and one reason only, that reason being the big one, his ability to catch touchdowns. Now his 7th touchdown catch on the year. He's 4th on the team in receptions, but somehow they always find him in the end zone. It was a fantastic throw by Berluti. Hit him right in stride in the back of the end zone. Dunn lost his defenders, and Tufts is back in the lead. And it looks like they're going to try and go for 2 to make this a 7-point game.
Billy Dunn, 2 catches today for 2 touchdowns. And Berluti with a great toss there to find a streaking Dunn in the back of the end zone. So the Jumbos up 26-21, looking to go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game. Berluti with an empty backfield takes the snap, looking to his right. Now he's going to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for Josh Merriweather, his tight end. Merriweather hadn't quite turned around yet, and they were unable to connect. So the Jumbos hold a 5-point lead. Just under 14 minutes to go in this game.
Yeah,
the Jumbos now up 26-21 on the Mules.
Yeah, no, that play was a little slow in developing. You obviously want to have the 2-point conversion, just like you wanted to have the point after on the last touchdown drive. That being said, you get the points, you get the touchdown, you're now in front, you've got some of the momentum. Now you need the defense to go out there, make a stop, get the ball back in the hands of your offense. But a really, really nice job there from this Tufts offense, who have looked re-energized coming out of the half against a really, really solid Colby defense.
So Lococo ready to kick this away to the Mules. And another huge possession for both of these teams, as they will be for the rest of the game for sure. Just a really great game so far we've been witness to at the Ellis Oval.
Yeah, right now, and I'm excited for the conclusion of it.
Coco boots this one away, and that's a strong kick. Panker's going to catch it in his own end zone and take a knee. And the Mules will start this drive at their own 25-yard line.
So the last time out, the Colby offense had a quick run, lost 3 yards, tried a QB draw, got no yards, and then got a 4-yard rush for all a net 1 yard after 3 straight scoring drives. I'm interested to see if Colby comes out with the same formula and tries to establish the run on the first play of the drive, or they just go to what's working and pass it. We'll see now.
Hirsch is in the gun here. Morocco, the local back, to his left. The Jumbos look like they're ready to bring some pressure. Hirsch drops back. He's faced with some pressure. He's going to throw it deep. He's looking for Sawyer. Sawyer makes the catch. In a sea of arms, Sawyer makes the play. What a catch on a great throw from Hirsch.
Yeah, it's 2 plays in a row, one from Tufts, one from Colby, where it's just been a beautiful play all around.
Brendan Sawyer was that Sawyer on the catch. Sorry to cut you off there, Brandon.
No worries. Blocking held up. The throws were on the money, hit the receivers in stride. And that one, as you say, Brendan Sawyer was able to make the grab in a huge, huge play to start off this drive for the Mules.
Sawyer, I don't know how he came up with that one. Great defense. I believe it was in Dancy there. Hirsch takes the snap. He's going to throw backwards to Panker. Panker's got it. He's running, and he's forced out of bounds at about the 31. They're going to say the 29-yard line is where he eventually stepped out.
Yeah, it looks like they took that play from the Tufts playbook with Panker taking the place of Phil Lutz there. But either way, nice play, nice job getting a few yards on first down.
They pick up 5 there.
So Colby, that one play, that one 30-plus yard play was able to establish themselves as now they're in field goal range. They're probably 4-down territory regardless, but a great job starting the drive. As I said, going back to what works with going through the air.
Hirsch in the gun. Morocco to his right. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. Looking, fires, caught, met, tackled eventually, but that's going to be a first down for the Mules.
Yeah, Colby moving the ball.
Ferrara on the catch there for the Mules.
Colby moving the ball with the efficiency that they had in those 3 scoring drives. And it's looking like, unless Tufts can come up with something, it's looking like they're going to put more points on the board here on this drive. We'll see, though. Still got a red zone opportunity to go.
The Mules at the 22 of the Jumbos. 23, call it. Hirsch in the gun. Morocco to his right. Drops back. Looking to pass all the way. Fires across the middle. And that is going to be caught by Sweeney.
Yeah, Pat Sweetenham doing a nice job getting open in the flat. The offensive line has done such a better job than they did at the beginning of this game. They held up, gave Matt Hirsch a lot of time. And when you have some talented receivers like Matt Panker, like the Sawyer twins, like Sweetenham, you're going to find someone that's open. And this time it was Sweetenham, and they have a goal-to-go opportunity here at the 9-yard line to take the lead right back from the Jumbos.
So a first and goal. Apologies on that one. Sweetenham, not Sweeney. Hirsch in the gun. First and goal from the 9. He fakes the give, fumbles the ball, falls on it, but that'll be a loss of 6. So it'll be second and goal from the 15. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Matt Hirsch and Devin Morocco. Hirsch wanted to give it. Morocco didn't want to take it. And the ball comes loose.
Yeah, it's a big play. Pretty fortunate there for Tufts. As instead of being first and goal from the 9, it's now second and goal from the 15. It's much easier to force a potential field goal opportunity as opposed to giving up the 6 points. We'll see if Tufts can capitalize on it.
Hirsch in the shotgun. One receiver to his left, 2 to the right. Drops back, looking to pass, fires out wide right. Sweetenham there. Sweetenham makes the catch before he's brought down at the 6-yard line. Pat Sweetenham there with the catch.
Yeah, it was a nice play out there. Sweetenham faked the block and just rolled out to his right. Hirsch hit him. Sweetenham did a nice job taking a hit and moving to the 6-yard line. And we got a big play here coming up. You think this is 4th down territory, Noah?
I certainly do. In this point of the game, I think it is 4-down territory, which opens up the playbook here. Wouldn't even be surprised to see them run the ball, even though they've barely done it this drive. If they have, I don't even know if they have.
I don't believe they have, Noah.
Morocco is the back to the right. Big formation for the Mules, but they're going to throw to Sawyer. Jump ball. Brandon Jones and Sawyer fighting for it. And Brandon Jones comes away with an incredible interception, and that's a touchback, so the Jumbos go out to the 20. What a play by Brandon Jones in his senior day.
Unbelievable, Noah. Absolutely unbelievable. All day long, Matt Hirsch and the Colby offense has been targeting Brandon Jones in the matchups with Brendan and Jack Sawyer. That time, Brandon gets the better of Brendan, and he makes a phenomenal interception and a big play for Tufts as they now get the ball back up 5, and a big point swing there for the Jumbos.
Sawyer had the height on Jones. It didn't matter for Brandon Jones, who's able to wrestle that ball free, and the Jumbos come up with a huge turnover. Exactly what the doctor ordered. So even with a 5-point lead, the Jumbos with an empty backfield here beside Michael Berluti. Berluti takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself. He's got a little bit of room to run, and he's across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 on the carry. Berluti now up to 63 rushing yards himself today.
Yeah, and just going back to how huge that interception was, Noah. I mean, absolutely crucial to the outcome of this game. Even if that's an incompletion, Colby has another chance to get the ball back, or to get into the end zone. And if they don't, then Tufts has it at the 6-yard line. It's a much more arduous task to go 94 yards as opposed to 80 yards. And you know what? Brennan Jones was the senior. He made the phenomenal play.
The give is to Tyler Johnson here. Tyler Johnson gets a first down as he pushes ahead before being brought down at the 32-yard line. Tyler Johnson has that burst when he gets the football. That time picks up the first, and the Jumbos are moving forward.
Yeah, he does have that burst now, and that's why you've been seeing a lot of Tyler Johnson here in this second half. He's got more attempts than Pedrini or Berluti. And it looks like they're going to continue to feed it to him. Why not if it's working?
So the Jumbos, 1st and 10 at their own 33. 8 minutes to go in this game now. Berluti takes the snap, and the give is to Johnson. Johnson takes it, shakes, and he is brought down. Good tackle there for the Mules. It was Nick Wilcox on the tackle. Nevertheless, a gain of a couple
Yeah, that
for the Jumbos.
Yeah, really nice job there by Nick Wilcox. He was able to stop Johnson in his tracks. Johnson had a great burst of steam coming in from.
Berluti takes the snap, fakes the give to Johnson, keeps it himself, running right, lunging forward, out to, it looked to me like he was short of the 6. They may give it to him.
I believe it'll be a little short now.
They're going to say he's a little short at the 42-yard line. The first down to gain is at the 43-yard line, excuse me.
You know, Tufts has found so much success in the second half with Berluti running the ball, giving an option to Berluti to either hand it off to Johnson or run it himself. And they've been picking up yards left and right from it.
Berluti in the gun. The give is to Johnson. Johnson able to push forward and pick up a first down. That is an important first down for the Jumbos as they can continue to watch this clock trickle down.
Yeah, it is, and we got a flag at the end of the play. This is going to be big, most likely a unnecessary roughness on one of these teams, which is going to be big if it's an extra 15 yards for the Jumbos. That puts them in Colby position. It's going to go against Colby.
That is a backbreaker for the Mules.
Yeah, you know, and Noah, we've seen that. We've just seen the undisciplined nature on both of these sides. We've seen a few penalties that have cost these teams in big moments. We saw on Tufts side at the end of the drive, the drive at the end of the half where Colby tied up the game, the end of the first half, where there was the unnecessary hit to the head.
Yep.
We've seen it a few times on Colby. We've seen it, you know, and it's just something that drives coaches mad. It's something that very well could completely cost Colby this game. If Tufts picks up a few more first downs, maybe they run out the clock, maybe they get into the end zone, maybe they try a field goal attempt. Either way, not a smart play there.
Berluti in the shotgun. Pedrini, the veteran, back to his right. Fakes the give. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Good tackle there for the Mules. That was Nick Donato, the safety, coming up into the box there to make that play. He read it the whole way. I'll tell you, Brandon, there was a lot of green grass behind Nick Donato. Crucial stop for him there.
Yeah, Donato was also had a blocker right there. He was able to get by the blocker and make the tackle. Really nice play, really crucial play for the Colby Mules defense.
5 receivers split out wide. Berluti in the gun. Lutz now in motion. Berluti's going to take the snap and throw out wide to Lutz. Lutz has another catch. He doesn't have much room this time, but he makes some along the sidelines. And I think he was going to go out of bounds near the first down. They're going to give it to him. Phil Lutz pulled a rabbit out of a hat, made something out of nothing there, and the Jumbos keep moving forward for a first down.
Phenomenal play there from Lutz. He was able to make more guys miss and get the first down. Butler had a nice block. And it looked as though Lutz, as you said, Noah, had little to no room on the sideline, but he's able to make a little cutback and go down the sideline, pick up 10 or so yards, and Tufts gets another big first down. Every first down now, meaning more time being taken off the clock. That much more important in the end of this one.
Yeah, you have to imagine that the Mules coaching staff was scratching their head after that one as Phil Lutz with another catch. Lutz moving forward, gain of 8. The Jumbos are down to the Mules' 22-yard line after that one. Just a steady, methodical drive so far, Brandon.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been helped out. They were helped up by the penalty, but they've been running the ball. They've been giving it to Lutz around the line of scrimmage and letting him work. They're doing exactly what's led them to have success in this entire game. And it could very well be what ends up winding down the clock and sealing Tufts' third victory in a row here.
So in the gun now is Berluti. Pedrini to his left. The give is to Pedrini. Pedrini's met immediately. Good defensive play there by the Mules to get some pressure. It was Loxley Burke with the tackle there.
Yeah, this Colby defensive front has really done a nice job putting the clamps on the run defense, at least for Johnson and Pedrini, the running backs. Berluti's been able to find a little bit of room. That was more earlier in the half. Hasn't found the same amount of room over the last few plays. Either way, though, a really nice job by Colby not surrendering the first down, and now a huge third down here as Colby could stop them and force a field goal attempt.
And there's going to be the first timeout of the half. It's going to be taken by Colby. So the clock keeps ticking down. There's 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in this one. The Tufts Jumbos on top, 26-21. And you have to imagine they're content to leave the Mules with a deficit too big for the time they have left. But if they cannot score, to not give the Mules much time to score them.
Ideally, if you're Tufts, you do not give Colby the ball back at all. You run the clock out, force them to use all their timeouts, and just knee it probably inside the 10, it would have to be. Second base case scenario, you score a touchdown. But what you do not want to do is not convert right here, go for a field goal opportunity, which has been shaky. Lococo has missed a field goal of a similar length, in fact shorter, and an extra point. You do not want to have to put yourself in that position where you need to make the field goal to go up by 8, and then you're giving the ball back to Colby still with a chance to tie it and go to overtime. You want to take matters into your own hands and win the game. You don't want to hope Colby loses it. You have to win the game. It's something we talked about earlier with Colby almost going for a field goal attempt at the end of the first half. Instead, they go for the touchdown, get it, and it's a tie game. But we'll see what Tufts does here. I would like to see them be aggressive. I'm expecting, though, either a let's swing pass or a QB drop in the middle.
Berluti alone in the backfield here. He takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, throws, looking for Billy Dunn, who had a lot of his jersey grabbed on by Josh East, the corner for the Mules. Nevertheless, ball falls to the ground, and there is a fourth down and 3 here. What will the Jumbos do here? It looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I believe it's the right call. On that last play, Josh East looked as though he was a little guilty afterwards. He was looking around for a potential flag. Didn't see one. Had a big sigh of relief, and now we'll see if he can do it again. We matched up with Butler, but big play here. Could decide the game.
Tyler Johnson back in the game now. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Colby, what terrible usage of a timeout there. The Mules used a timeout, which must mean that they really saw something they did not like, because those are quite valuable for a team down 5 with 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
Especially when they used one about 20 seconds before. But yeah, it must have been something. You can see the philosophy for Jack Cosgrove and this Mules coaching staff, that they're okay using the timeouts when they feel it's going to help them defensively. When they feel that there's a lapse or there's an advantage for the offense, they're okay using that to get their defense all right. And, this is a huge play now. I will say this is a play that could very well decide the game. If Colby gets a stop, they can go down, score a touchdown. Tufts converts here. Colby only has one more timeout, and they can try and drain the 340. So, this plays the game here.
I don't quite understand the timeout call myself, but it's possible that Cosgrove and company saw something that I did not see, and their defense was not prepped there. If you're the Jumbos, though, Brandon, what are you doing here on this important 4th and 3?
It's a good question. No, there are a lot of things you could do. I don't see a reason not to give it to Phil Lutz. He has 17 catches, 182 yards. The majority of his catches have been within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, and he's been able to make something happen. We'll see if they put him in motion. We'll see if he does a quick slant route, but I think it's going to him.
He's in the slot now. And Berluti's going to pitch it out wide to Johnson. Johnson's got the first down and more, and he's brought down inbounds at the 12-yard line. Well-executed speed option there by Berluti and Johnson. Berluti flicks it back. Johnson brings it across and the Jumbos have a first down.
Yeah, and that could very well signal the end of this one. That was just too easy. If you're the Colby defense, there are a few things that have been hurting you. It's Phil Lutz and the running attack from the quarterbacks and running backs. You have to do a better job seeing that that's a pitch play, and Johnson just had a whole lot of open grass. Too easy for the Tufts Jumbos offense there.
Berluti back in the gun. The give is to Johnson. Johnson able to push forward for a couple, and he'll be brought down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Now the question becomes, though, when do you use that timeout if you're Colby?
It's an interesting question. I would honestly, personally, probably use it after this play. If they can stop them moderately short, use it after this play, with the likelihood being that they may throw it on third down.
Yeah.
The Jumbos are milking this clock. Still 14 seconds to go on the play clock. 2:30 on the game clock. Berluti in the gun. Johnson to his left. Lutz in motion. The give is to Johnson. Oh, Johnson fumbled the football. The ball popped in the air, and the Mules are signaling they have it. Wow, what a turn of events here at Ellis Oval. That ball got punched. It looks like it hit a helmet.
Wow. Wow. No. What a turn of events is right. What looked like an easy Tufts win. All they had to do was run out the clock. And Tyler Johnson fumbles. He is in disbelief as there is now sudden life in this Colby Mules team. They still have to have a 2-minute drill with only one timeout starting at the 7-yard line. So still very improbable.
Nick Wilcox
there's a chance.
Was the helmet that dislodged that football. And 2:16 to go and one timeout for the Mules. They start this drive at their own 7. Dropping back is Hirsch. He's looking to pass, and he's throwing across short, looking for Sweetenham. Left it short of him. Ball falls in the dirt. 2:11 now on the clock, and a 2nd and 10 at their own 7 for the Mules.
Yeah, you know, we've seen Hirsch make a lot of great throws. That one was just underthrown. He was going to Sweetenham, who had a little bit of room over the middle. Really not a whole lot there, though. We'll see if they can do something a little better on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. The Jumbos sideline senses the need for some energy here, and they're giving it. Hirsch in the gun. Morocco to his left, dropping back, looking to pass. He's pressured. He flings it out wide. Morocco catches it, but he's brought down immediately by Juilliard. What a play there by Matty Juilliard to blow that up.
Great play all around. And Tufts is doing exactly what a good team does. When Tyler Johnson fumbles, when you have someone who costs you a little bit, the defense goes and makes it up. Now 1:50 remaining. We'll see if Tufts can cap off this fantastic defensive drive thus far.
Hirsch in the gun. 3rd and 8. Hirsch dropping back, looking to pass, looking to go deep. He's going to fire. Intercepted! Intercepted by the Jumbos. A great play made there.
Yeah, it was Gio Arquia.
Gio Arquia was the man with the interception. What a play across the middle. He read it the whole way, and the linebacker secures the ball and secures the game.
Fantastic play, and you have to imagine Tufts might just take a knee or do something. Just get down quickly. But a great job there from the Tufts defense. They are put into a tough spot, and they make a play to steal the win, or maybe not steal the win, but to secure the win. Here at home, their final home game of the season. It's going to be 3 in a row for the Jumbos, but just a fantastic play there. Hirsch was forced into making a great throw. He tried to force it the best he could, but instead it turned into an interception. And Tufts just going to knee it out to a 3rd win in a row.
What a turnaround so far for the Jumbos. Tough start to the season with a couple of unlucky losses. 0-5. Last 3 games, different story. And the Jumbos are going to win again today. The Mules will fall to 3-5. The Jumbos ascend to 3-5 with a chance to go to Middlebury and finish the season on the high note next week.
Yeah, you know, I talked about it a little earlier now. You have to credit the Jumbos battling through adversity. They had a few tough injuries to the most valuable position, the quarterback position. There is in football. You have your starting quarterback go down the 2nd game of the season. You have your 2nd string go down a game or 2 later. and you're forced to play Michael Berluti, who's a freshman, who's a third string at the beginning of the season. And what have they done? They've responded, and they've won 3 straight and could very well go into Middlebury and win a 4th straight and end the season 4-5, something that I don't think anyone thought was possible after 0-5. But the way that they're playing, I don't think there's anybody that you can say Tufts won't be in a game with.
And Cam Cardy on to take the snaps to put the final touches on this one. What it was a great win for the Jumbos, and a much-needed one at that.
Absolutely. And, looking at the other side, Colby played a heck of a game. They really did. Colby came back. They were down 14-0, looked lifeless on both sides of the ball, and came back and did something that Tufts, as I was saying, Tufts has done on the season as a whole, but in this game they showed a lot of resilience. They came back, took the lead, looked as though they were going to win the game for a certain amount of points. They had all the momentum. They hung in there with a really good Tufts team on the road. And you know what? This is going to go down. It's just a great game. Very well fought. Both teams put on a great performance. Tufts is going to get the win, but a lot of credit to that Colby Mules side.
Brandon, this is an interesting one because there's 6 seconds separating the clock and the game clock and the play clock. So the Mules are going to have a play, which I don't really know if anyone realized, unless the Jumbos can run around in the backfield for a little, potentially.
That's what I would expect. I think you have to let the clock run down all the way here, take the 5-yard penalty, and then hike it. They're going to be about, as you said, 5 seconds.
They called a timeout.
Yeah. And I believe the crowd thinks it's over.
It's not quite over yet.
It's not quite over yet, as you were saying. They still have to run out the final 5 seconds. I would expect a snap back to Cardy or to Berluti and just bomb it long. We'll see just what they plan on doing, as the scoreboard operator has once again let the clock run down to 0, causing a little bit of confusion.
They're going to put 8 on the clock.
8 seconds.
Timeout with 8 seconds left on the clock.
So this is where a coach can be a little bit creative, huh?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You want to do something. You don't want to give Colby the ball back. You just don't. You don't want to let anything random, any chance play happen where Colby could score on you. We've seen stranger things happen in sports. But 8 seconds is a long time. If this were anywhere in the neighborhood of 4 or 5, anywhere from 3 to 6, I would say, you could very easily just snap the ball, or 6 seconds at most, anything under that. You could snap the ball, have your quarterback run around in the backfield, and then just throw it away. Get out of the pocket, throw it away as time expires. With 8 seconds left, the second that ball would hit the ground out of bounds, it's a dead play. Colby gets the ball back in good enough field position to get a playoff. So we're going to see what Tufts can do here. I mean, there are a few options for what they can do.
I'm thinking, I've seen a couple of times teams in this situation put the punter back there, intentionally commit some holding penalties or whatever you need to run the game out because you're the offensive team. That would end it. And then you could punt it away if need be.
That would make sense as well. I mean, there are a few options here. But again, the big thing is you just do not want to give the ball back to Colby. You can't. And we'll see what they plan on doing. It might be perhaps they'll pitch it. If someone's willing to sacrifice their stat line, just pitch it and have someone run back sprinting.
They are in a shotgun formation, but Spencer Allagood is 10 yards behind, and Berluti's going to roll out to the left. He's waiting, and he's going to slide down. The clock never stopped, never started.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Are they going to have to do the play over? Well, the clock, I believe, was a little bit delayed as now it's stopped at 2 seconds, and I believe that play took about 6 seconds, so that would make sense.
So one last play. The Jumbos defense thought their job was done.
And that's what I was saying. It took about 6 seconds, and it seemed like that play went on for as long as it could. So that's what I was talking about with anywhere in 6 seconds or under, you can run that play. With 8 seconds, it's a lot of time, though. And now Colby has a chance albeit a very long chance, a very long shot, if you will, but a chance nonetheless.
So 2 seconds on the clock. The Mules, one last gasp. Hirsch to take the snap. He's going to throw short. They're going to lateral it. The lateral's to Sawyer. Sawyer back to Hirsch. Hirsch across the field to Morocco. Morocco at the 20. He's going to run himself. Morocco's got some room. He's up at the 40. Morocco throws it forward. That's going to end the game. That's going to end the game, and the Jumbos are going to take this one 26-21 over the Colby Mules. A great game, one the Jumbos had to fight back in, and they improved to 3-5 and get a big win here on Senior Day.
That was a great win, Noah. They're able to get their third in a row. They're able to win the home finale. What an impressive win. Colby played their hearts out. As I was saying, a lot of credit to them. Colby did not make this game easy on Tufts. Tufts did not make it easy on Colby, and neither of them made it easy on the refs. There was some drama at the end of both halves. Either way, though, a very well, hard-fought game from both sides. Good for Tufts to get the win. Colby should keep their heads up high as they both leave the game 3-5. Truly a great one, Noah.
I'm Noah Goldstein here alongside Brandon Browse. Thank you for listening. We will see you next season with Tufts football. The finale next week at Middlebury. Thank you for listening. We'll see you soon.